We are all good.
Good evening.
Good evening. Sorry, I was munching on the bar then. I thought I'll finish just in time, but I didn't. So, hidden. Disclosure. Where is it, baby? Are you hiding the files? What's going on here? Because we were promised today on... Well, not you, but this guy behind me right here. We were promised on July the 8th of 2026 that Donald Trump would give off, I would say, announce a speech in regards of disclosure. And we're talking about crash retrievals, the truth about Roswell. While waiting, any sign yet, guys? I'm not certainly getting my hopes up. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about something much more interesting today because... Okay, first let me get him off the screen. Let's have a little look. What else we've got here? Oh, beautiful UFO. Look at that. Actually, no, it's off-putting. Let me... Hold on a minute. There we go. Back to my books. So, yeah, this case is quite interesting. And, I mean, what we've been doing recently, Hidden, I've noticed, we're, like, giving, like, these underground UFO sightings a chance. Do you know what I mean? It's like these ones we haven't really heard of. I mean, yeah, you find the videos online, but it's not like well known like the topics we've been discussing the past year and a half. But yeah, this one's interesting because we're stepping away from America and the UK and we're going all the way to Australia. Do you like that accent? Kind of nailed it a little bit, but that's my dedication to Ross Coulter. I'm rambling. But no, fascinating case today. Absolutely fascinating. But how are you, Hidden? You all right? Beating the heat wave?
Surviving. We survived the last two. We'll survive this one.
It's not that bad, though. It hasn't been like... I remember that Thursday. It was like 39. Man, and I was dying.
It's only just begun.
Dude, I tell you what. There's one thing I've been struggling, and it's been setting off my anxiety like you wouldn't believe. Fans. Can't find them anywhere. I've got one, but me and the missus have been battling between the two. So I've got my USB one, and I literally went to the range and bought another one, like a small little handheld one. So it's been horrible, mate. Because what people don't realize in America, we have, it's the same for Florida actually, humidity is very, very high. And in England, it's insane, isn't it? It's like your whole clothing stick to you. You not noticed that, Hidden? And look at that, I'm like already like going blushy already. I haven't started yet. It's probably just the cream and moisturizer I put on my face. But anyway. But you beating the heat?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do roll call, man, so we can just dive into this show.
Yeah, because I'm rambling. I am rambling about the weather, disclosure, nonsensical stuff. But hey, John, thanks. How's it going, mate?
You can ramble to these guys.
Yeah, nice to see you, John. Thanks for the shout out, mate.
I just never understand science evidence news, science evidence fringe news network. Gotta get it right.
Perfect.
Gotta nail it.
You got it, mate.
I just never understand how come people trust the guy called the god of UFOs. He's just, to me, it's just ridiculous. So when he comes with nothing to the table, you should be more mad at yourselves for even contemplating that he could be a grain of truth. Just be mad at yourselves. Don't be mad at him. A player's gonna play.
Oh yeah. I think the whole scenario is absolutely stupid.
I don't even want to know the scenario. I don't care. I don't care. I seen some rumblings on about him, and I was like, I don't care.
I know. It's true, because you should be paying attention. So that's a good thing you say, because no, I have been a little bit triggered. I should be. It's like, who cares? Like, we're not going to get the truth. Cheers, everyone.
So once you know that fact, be like Snoop Dogg. If you know where the race is going to end, just wait at the finishing line. Why run the whole race? Do that, man.
Very good. Very, very good.
Right, Corbell's cat, a big meow to you.
How's it going, mate?
Aye. Leonardo, Olivini, Leonardo. Yes, I know.
Nice.
Ciao to you, brother.
Oh, ciao. Nice. Cheers to an elderflower and apple cider. Beautiful.
Right. Black Dot, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Hey, Black Dot. How's it going, mate?
Here we go. Super cool name. How you doing?
Mostly indica. Beautiful.
I know you in person. Sheepop. Oh, I can't get you.
Sheepop up.
There we go. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Right. I think we got everybody. Yeah, we have. That's it. Right.
Yes. So what do you want to do first? Should I do my presentation to sort of introduce the case?
Yeah, and then we got a nice video popping up. So Indica and the rest of you, get it rolled, man. Get it rolled.
Yeah, mate. Let's do this. Okie dokie. All right, well, let's start off with that picture there. I shall take a swig of my cider. Drinking a lot recently on streams is not a good thing.
Nullarbor Harbor Plains.
Hold on, wait, I've got on Google Translate. It's pronounced
Nullarbor.
Nullarbor Plain.
Nullarbor.
It's no A. It's no A at the end. It's not. Hold on a minute.
Nullarbor
Nullarbor Plain. Yeah, Nullarbor.
Oh, I can see it now when you broke it down like that. Nullarbor Plain.
Hey, Sadie, we're like kindergarten people. We're like, it's like,
it's just
if you go to a year one, they can speak read
don't bring it down to us, man. They got weird ass names. It's plain and simple. They're like
I struggled with it.
I bet you a lot of the people that started off there were Wells. That's why they got these weird ass names, because there's some weird ass names in Wells that you can't pronounce.
Yeah, they put Wells. Like a Y in the X. No, it's got to be, honestly. I've got to go to Wells next Saturday, and I know for a fact that
where you gotta go.
Penny Van. We're going camping for.
No, that's all right. That's all right. See, Penny Van's all right. I have trouble saying where we go on holiday. We go to Aberystwyth. I know we say Abbas for short. That's what it means. Did you see that?
Right. Thanks.
No trees.
Never knew that. Bloody hell.
There you go.
You science evidence fringe. Could you teach me in hidden to read?
Read. I just can't pronounce these long names, these weird names. Nah, I can read. It ain't our reading skills, man. It's their naming skills. They could have called it. They could have called it. They could have called it no tree. No trees.
Yeah. Oh, bless.
If that would have been that simple, no tree planes.
Very true.
Or
Very true.
Irish, no tree. No tree. I don't know how to say it. Come on, let's get on with it, man.
I feel better for myself for that explanation. Right, okay, first things first, let's get one thing straight about this case. It's immensely fascinating, and it's one that's not really well known. Okay, so let's get to the thingamajiggy right here. And it says, this is my script, right? Not AI. It was a lore stretch, a lonely stretch. Oh, great start. A lonely stretch to Australians. How do you pronounce that? Hidden. Nullarbor Plain in January of
just say no
1988.
trees. Just say no trees.
No trees. Okay. And so on a lonely stretch in Australia's no trees in January of 1988, the Knowles family claimed they experienced one of the most extraordinary UFO encounters ever reported. During an overnight drive from Perth to Melbourne, they alleged that a glowing object pulsating near their car, hovering overhead and even lifting up the car from the road before disappearing into the darkness. Now, the incident attracted national media attention, promoted a police investigation, and was supported by reports by truck drivers and even tuna fishermen, we'll get to that in a sec, who also claim to have seen the unusual light in the area. Decades later, Knowles family UFO encounter remains one of the Australia's most dedicated, unexplained UFO cases in history. So yeah, what's fascinating about this is that it had a whole family plus 2 dogs, which seems quite interesting. So this obviously happened on 20th and the 21st of January of 1988. And there were some other witnesses 50 miles down west that saw these objects as well, but we'll get to that in a bit. So round about 4 to hold on a minute, what are you doing? Sorry, I should have pictures. So this is the Knowles family right here. Kind of that looks like he looks very 70s, doesn't he? And the rest looks quite 80s. So he's stuck in the past, mate. But anyway, talking about this case right here. So yeah, around 4:30 and 5 a.m., they noticed a bright white light ahead in the highway, and it approached them, and it approached to the distance on the road. Sean accelerated to investigate before realizing the object was unlike anything conventional. They described it as approximately 1 meters across, shaped like an egg, sitting in an egg cup, glowing white and yellow center. That's a very interesting description, isn't there? An egg sitting in an egg cup. Object then pulsated the car at high speed and pursued the car as well. And the family's claimed encounter lasted approximately 90 minutes. Did you take a picture of it? Joking. It was 1988. Yeah, this is obviously it gained media attention, and obviously they came with a bit of stigma as well. So I don't want to ramble on too much, but yeah, here is a newspaper article from that time. UFO attack families, close encounters of the Nullarbor kind. I made that last bit up. The alien craft sucks car off-road. I'm sorry, I read that completely different. Yeah, and another one. Car. Yeah, UFO sucks family car from road. That's a quite interesting description. I don't know why I found that funny. And here is the actual car after the incident itself. Do you know what? I've really taken a liking to square cars recently, Hidden. I'm normally like a 50s, 60s classic car guy, but I'm really getting into the 80s sort of car. This is from 1988, but yeah, looks like some sort of Ford. Does it say here? What sort of car is it? Just out of curiosity. Oh, sorry, anyway, no one cares. But yeah, here we go. That is the car itself. And do you want to get to this bit? Or do you want to leave it for a minute, Hidden?
Yeah, well, I just wondered.
Is that a yes or no?
where on the route did they see this? Oh, we'll probably see it in the video. Yeah, we can pass ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, we can pass it, but that is basically the destination where they're actually traveling from. So that's a 19.5 hour drive from Perth to Melbourne, which is A right there. So yes, this was the stretch of highway. In fact, the highway looks like that. Okay, so it's a long stretch road where typically what you'll find in like a Tornado Alley, you know, these long stretches of country road. Immensely beautiful. I love stuff like that. So yeah, there we go. That is the case so far. So here is the family looking.
I'm getting some serious Mick Taylor vibes off that road.
What's that? Mick Taylor.
Mick Taylor. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay. All right. So here is the family itself. And that's basically their description of the object. Now, I won't be touching it, mate. Trust me on that one. So there we go. There we go.
That's a good question.
Yeah, the thing is with the Kecksburg object, it was traveling a very well, according to Tony. And hello, Tony, if you're in chat. It was traveling slowly. It didn't really have like a propulsion system, but as this object sort of accelerated and actually catched up to the car. So I don't know. So we still really haven't really touched the iceberg on the Kecksburg in terms of like witnesses and what they were described. But we spoken to one of them, so that's but according to what Tony was saying to the Kecksburg to this, I think they're like two completely different. As we'll get to the videos and we'll show you. But yeah, for an object like that, mate, I couldn't really find like an overall perspective. I mean, we did have the newspaper article, but it's you know, you want a proper drawing like this.
Well, we get to hear from the witnesses in the video as well.
Yeah.
Because they gave their statement pretty much after this incident, because it blew up in Australia. It was all over the media there. I believe a couple of British UFO researchers even went out there to check it all out.
Oh, really?
So at that time it was a huge story.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of annoyed with myself, because I had a video of how with all the news teams that were covering it. There you go. That's what I wanted to say. But it was all over the media in Australia.
Mm.
You know,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, do you want to play the videos? Do you want to play the videos? But that just gives our audience watching this and the people in the near future. Hello, people in the future. Yeah, this is where the story really begins in terms of this, because, like I said, not a lot of people know about this. Did the Y-Files do a video on it? Because it gets millions of views, and we don't. Hey, John, how's it going? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. So hello, yeah, John. Let's. I think it's.
Give me a second. Stop rushing me, man. It's too hot. Chill, man. Chill, Winston.
It is. It's a bit toasty, I should say.
Okay, so this is a long video. Not long, boring, but it is a long. We will stop it. But this is coming from. That's my point. This is coming from Eyes on Cinema. So it did an outstanding job. I had several videos together. There we go. Had several videos together, but he's pieced them all together in this one video. So why not just show it in one place? Makes more sense, doesn't it? So here we go. Let's crank it up.
Let's do this. Hey, Bob. How's it going, mate?
Family claims it's been confronted by a UFO while crossing the Nullarbor. Their stories being backed by other motorists, and the crew of 2 South Australian fishing boats have also reported being buzzed by a UFO. Faye Knowles and her 3 sons claim an orange blob picked their car up off the highway. They fled in terror into the scrub until the object disappeared.
For the Knowles family, it was to have been a routine drive across the Nullarbor. That all changed.
I'm sorry. I have to stop the show. Did I see Drumstick in?
Oh, Drumstick. Hey, Drumstick. How's it going?
All right. I would like to wish you And Nick didn't know it was Drumstick's birthday. I believe on Monday.
Oh, really? Oh,
So
Drumstick.
happy belated birthday, mate! And
Yeah, happy birthday, mate. 2 days
got
ago.
got something for you, man. Got something for you. Let me see if I can find it.
You never get me a present for my birthday. So I sound like a girl then. But no, wishing you a very happy birthday, Drumstick. It's nice to see you. And I hope you had a...
We baked you a birthday cake. If you get a tummy ache and you moan and groan and woe, don't forget we told you so. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Make a wish, dear, and blow out the candles.
Here they go.
Beautiful.
Happy birthday, man.
Is
Sorry,
that
Nick.
the
I
Three
thought you were done.
Yeah, no, so it's at the Three Stooges, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought-
Yeah.
Awesome.
Defo is right. So hello, John, and hello, Bob. Here we go. So we're gonna start with happy birthday again, man. Here we go. We didn't
As
miss
the
too
family
much.
approached the town of Mundrabilla on the air highway, they claim that's when they had their unexpected and terrifying encounter with the unknown.
The car was shaking. I went down the window and I said it's on top of the roof. And all this, I don't know what it was, it all come inside the car like smoke. We thought we were all dead.
And I went down my window. And Mum said, there's something on the roof. And I said, no, come off it, you know, you've got to be joking. And she went down her window and she put her hand on the roof and she goes, my God. She goes, what is it? And no, I swear to God, I'm not lying. I swear to God, I opened up my window and the car started going out of control. And all this smoke, and it was like smoke. I'm not lying. It was like smoke. And gases all started coming in the car. And me and my brother started to go crazy, you know. I thought it was going in my head. Felt like my brain was getting sucked out.
Another motorist and a truck driver also witnessed the incident. They confirm the Knowles family story. Police are investigating the claim. They say the car did have dents on the roof and an ash substance inside. Late today, the Knowles family returned to the scene of their experience for the last time.
And you won't travel that stretch of road again?
No way.
You don't even wish to travel in your own car?
No.
Rod Stephen, 7 News.
Terrified members of the Knowles family claimed a bright flying object sucked their car off the ground.
Say that
It
with
was early yesterday morning when the Knowles family had their close encounter on the Nullarbor Plain. About halfway between Melbourne and Perth, their blue Ford Telstar was chased by what they told police was an extremely bright white light. The egg-shaped object hovered above the car, lifting it more than a metre off the ground. Police at Ceduna in South Australia were today at a loss to explain the sighting.
The sun.
Samples of ash taken from the Knowles car have been sent to police forensic scientists for study. So far, the results of those tests are unknown. Tony Coughlin, Eyewitness News.
So
It wasn't seem to be there, you know what I mean? It seemed to, I don't know, kind of grabbed the car started to smoke, more or less. The car started to smoke up. It felt like something was on the car, but I couldn't really explain it. And all the dogs in the car started to go crazy. And inside the car, all the cars started to smoke, you know, it's wound in the windows and the car started to smoke up inside. And we started, it was really...
Where did you think the smoke came from?
I couldn't really think anything, you know, it's just... that.
What did it smell like?
It smelled like dead bodies or something, you know. Like,
yes.
you know, it just smelled so really foul, you know. It's real smelled like gas or something. I can't explain.
Police and locals are puzzled about that too.
0.5.
Both the UFO and the car were travelling at about 200 kilometres an hour when the egg-shaped object lost its grip. On impact with the road, the car's rear right-hand tyre burst. Nobody can yet explain why the blue Ford Telstar didn't flip out of control, killing all the
I thought it was a
occupants.
Ford.
Nor is any logical explanation for the almost perfect circular cut around the ruined tyre's outer casing,
Unless
or the symmetrical dents on the car's roof.
At 5:30 Western Australian time this morning, they say a bright light appeared above them, picked up their blue Ford Telstar, shook it and then dropped it, bursting a tyre, denting the vehicle and leaving ash inside and out. It was broad daylight, Coming the other way, a semi-trailer and a third vehicle. The semi-driver has reported the same amazing story. Faye Knowles and her 3 grown-up children were in shock when they told their story to Ceduna police. Officer in charge, Jim Fennell, related to us the terrifying account of the moments following the Knowles' supposed close encounter.
The occupants left the car, ran into the scrub and hid. The object came back again and circled around and flew off.
Do you have any reason to doubt their story at all?
Well, I saw the people. They were certainly scared. They were visibly shaken. No, I have no reason to doubt that something happened. And also, bearing in mind that a semi-trailer driver and not a motorist witnessed it.
This afternoon, we spoke exclusively to Sean Knowles, who was in the car at the time, and he has no doubts at all about his astounding story.
When it was on our car, once I got the blowout, and we had this, all of us, we had this real weird feeling going through us.
How do you feel now?
Oh, I don't feel too bad now.
The Knowles family have been advised by police to have their car checked out by scientific experts in Adelaide. This is Mike Smithson for 7 News.
The Knowles family was today still battling to come to grips with their outback ordeal, which has flung them into the international spotlight.
They can believe what they want, but what I believe, what I have seen, like I said, if they don't want to believe it, they can. It's their problem, yeah.
The Knowles claim they were hounded by a bright egg-shaped object as they were travelling along the air highway near the South Australian border early Wednesday morning. Yesterday, visibly shocked family members told 7 News how, when they'd attempted to get away from it by travelling at up to 200 kilometres an hour, the object landed on their car and lifted it off the ground. They told how they felt like they were dying, their voices changed, and their car was shrouded in a putrid black mist when they opened their windows. Mrs. Knowles described touching a spongy object on...
Sorry, I had to pause it there because that's interesting now. Didn't the fishermen report that same thing when it flew over their head about their voices?
Yeah, if I remember reading from the description. We'll get to that in a bit. But yeah.
That's very interesting.
It is, yeah.
That's very interesting. There seems to be I have to stop it for copyright reasons as well. But anyways, there also seems to be some physical evidence. So hopefully we might find out what became of that, because they did test the ash that they found in the car. And they said they don't know what it is now, but maybe they might know what it is now. Because back in 1988, they're saying they didn't know what it is. Maybe they might know what
I guess. I tell you what, because we have the power of AI, and this is
should I press? I'll press play while you do that. Then this was what's this? 1988.
1988.
Yeah, yes. This was 1988. This was. Oh, thank you, Drumstick. Right. So I'm going to proceed now. I think maybe I'm going to take it back just a little bit, because they said something about she's a spongy object. So I want to hear that bit too. So we'll take it back here just to hear.
The ground. They told how they felt like they were dying, their voices changed, and their car was shrouded in a putrid black mist when they opened their windows. Mrs. Knowles described touching a spongy object on top of the car before it lost its grip. Wollongong research physicist Glenn Moore says the sighting of a bright light, violent shaking, vehicle damage, the smell and depositing of powdery material are consistent with the falling of what's called a carbonaceous meteorite. As for the other circumstances which defy logical explanation...
There are some aspects of it that I have difficulty with. I can't comment in detail about some of the things they said. I noticed some confusion as to whether the car was actually picked up or not. I certainly could understand the massive shockwave that would push the car down, because in some cases where very large meteorites have fallen, trees have been knocked down, leaves stripped off trees by the pressure wave.
It's now a matter of tests being carried out on the dust found in the Knowles car. Forensic police have taken samples, but results won't be known until next week.
Oh, so it should be there then.
Of all the attention the incident has attracted, at least one effort is worth a chuckle. The Knowles say their rear right car tyre burst during their encounter, and police and locals say it's a miracle the car didn't roll, killing them. A great promotion for their tyres, perhaps, and the Dunlop company was first off the mark, with this full-page ad worth $10,000 in today's Australian, assuming the Knowles car wasn't equipped with one of their treads. But they got it wrong, all because nobody bothered to check their facts. The Knowles blue Ford Telstar was in fact fitted with Dunlop Grand Prix radials. While there might be a few red faces ducking UFOs at Dunlop, they have scored some additional free publicity. Maybe next week you'll see an ad reading something like this. Now, what about Ford? How can they go past a Telstar being hit by an ET? Astrodadzis, 7 News.
7 News encountered the Knowles car in Woodner on South Australia's Eyre Peninsula, then hired scientists from the Australian Mineral Development Laboratories to carry out extensive tests on it. The Knowles maintain a UFO buzzed their blue Ford Telstar early Wednesday along the Nullarbor, then briefly lifted off the highway, causing the rear right tyre to burst. The terrified family also claimed the inside of the car shook violently and became filled with a foul-smelling mist and a black powdery substance.
I swear to God, I'm not lying. I swear to God, I opened up my window, the car started going out of control. It was smoke, and it was like smoke. I'm not lying. It was like smoke. And gases all started coming current. And me and my brother started to go crazy, you know. I thought it was going in my head. Felt like my brain was getting sucked out.
Amdel scientist Monty Luke went over the car thoroughly before taking samples back to Adelaide for more comprehensive testing. The results released exclusively today show there's no evidence to support the Knowles claims a UFO landed and dented the roof or had been responsible for the damaged tyre and material found on the car.
Oh, the material that we found on the brakes or behind the brakes on the front of the car is fairly typical of abraded brake linings and the brake disc. So it's quite typical material be found on the inside underneath most cars in Australia.
And what about that shredded tyre?
No, I've seen this sort of structure before. It's quite typical of a tyre that's been driven on.
They're saying, sort of calling us liars. And that's not true. What we know what happened to us, and it did happen to us. There's definitely something out there.
Meanwhile, the results of police tests won't be known until the end of next week. Frank Pangallo, 7 News.
The spotlight has now fallen on one of the most remote corners of Australia. Outsiders have become...
Do you want to discuss those 2 points that was just made?
Hold on.
Okay, while you're looking, for me, one of the most important points is the guy was saying it was a meteor.
As one of them, as for a debunk, yeah. If we're just going by what the family saw, just take the family. Hey, Moody, how's it going, mate? Let's just take the family's word as gospel truth, okay? Just for the sake of this case, and then we could go through the debunks. There's one thing hidden. Seeing how long that video is, they've made a lot of news appearances so far. Have you not noticed that? And I'm pretty sure there's many, many more to come.
Well, I mean, everybody wanted to talk to you, and if you're telling the truth, why would you? Yeah, why not though? They got a new tire to pay for, so why not make some money?
Oh, hidden.
Nah, come on, man. These news agencies, they throw money at you anyways. So why not say yes to a couple of quid? Ain't nothing wrong with that. If they got but anyways, I'm not going there. I just wanted to say, like, we've got one side of explanation being offered before that it's a meteor. Which
but describing what the Sun said, it's like doesn't sound like a meteor to me. This is it. Wait until we hear some witnesses, other witnesses.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But at their point, I don't see how it could be a meteor because of the indentations on the car. They were perfectly
sure.
symmetrical. If it was what he was describing as it blew up in the atmosphere and sent the power of the force would like go down and spread out. It would also probably leave the car not like crushed, because like the guy said, that he reckons the tire blew out because of the force.
In one way. Yeah, the thing is, I don't quite understand that. Look at the indentations on the top of the car. Hopefully they get more close-up shots of it, because if we are saying that this object actually engulfed the car itself, I think we are dealing more like that word gets pushed a lot at the moment, might as well bring it up, plasma. But you would have thought the plasma side would give at least some sort of radiations to the family. Now, they did look quite red, but this is Australia, so it's very, very hot. I'm not that far off, basically, at the way things are going in England. But do you see what I mean? I want to see if there's actually a radiation background level to this. In fact, I'll put it through my research.
Yes, indeed. And also, they had the tire expert come in and look at the tire and said, look, he's seen this before. They drove on the tire. So...
Yeah, I know for a fact if you're driving on that tire that's completely worn out, or the grip is gone, which I know for a fact because one of my tires is doing the same thing at the moment. After a while, when you're doing a very long distance drive, the tires heat up, and when you've got such a thin layer of rubber left over on that tire, it's just gonna explode, isn't it? Basically, because the impact of how quickly the tire is spinning. I don't know, I'm not a physicist, but you can see what I'm saying. It's just like structurally the thing ain't gonna hold, and it will burst like that, like the inner tube will just burst the tire, because you think they've probably torn the sides as well. But when people sort of park up, they sort of hit the curb, and that can wear down the actual sides of the tire. So yeah, there's many different factors, but it does kind of look like that, just saying, so I know that from experience.
Yep. So there you go. Right, so we'll continue in a second. I see a question. Can anyone hear back that tire with the broken in a common way? Can anyone hear back that? That's what I wanted. That's why I wanted to raise that question. I mean, I've seen tires blow out, and they go to pieces. I'm with you. All right, let's get this, because maybe some more would answer.
Sure.
I'm curiouser and curiouser about sightings which have always held enormous fascination. But the down-to-earth locals on the Nullarbor and Eyre Peninsula will say matter-of-factly that seeing UFOs is nothing new. But they mostly keep their experiences to themselves because they say no one would believe them anyway. Alan Stewart is the Highways Department foreman at Mungrabilla, where the Knowles family allege their UFO encounter. He staunchly believes in UFOs after seeing them regularly in the area over many years.
She might stop, move, turn, circles. Like meteorite satellites don't do U-turns. They go straight line. She stopped and turned.
Alan, in fact, believes he saw the same light the Knowles family were terrified of a few hours later.
There was a light hanging around. There was some light going across the north, and one went northwest, then it turned. I sat out that morning, about 2 o'clock in the morning. I sat out for about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
And there are many similar case histories.
Just drove along at night time, just after 9 o'clock. I saw this great big light hovering in the air.
Don't you look like Paul?
To me, it looked like...
You can't tell me that ain't Paul.
10, 12 Ks, and it just was there for about 5 to 7 minutes, and it just seemed to disappear.
The level-headed locals all speak of bright lights which travel very fast, change directions many times, are very silent even though they appear close by, and which disappear almost magically. Well, what do you think about that family from Western Australia who had that experience on the Nullarbor?
Well, I believe it has to be a UFO. Yeah, I believe it.
Tests by Adelaide scientists on the blue Ford Telstar have ruled out the claim by the Knowles family of Perth that a UFO landed on the car's roof and lifted it off the road. Analysis of black material on the car reveals it's mostly iron oxide, consistent with residue from worn brake linings. And they say the almost perfect cut on the right rear tyre was probably caused by driving a considerable distance on the rim, which may also explain the violent shaking and putrid-smelling smoke that filled the interior. The family has rejected the findings and is adamant an egg-shaped object attacked their car early Wednesday morning. The Victorian-based UFO Research Society, the oldest group of its kind in Australia, isn't convinced by the results either. The Society is sending one of its investigators to Adelaide to collect more samples and check for electromagnetic activity. These will be sent to the United States, where they'll be analysed by Princeton University astrophysicist Dr. Bruce Maccabee.
This family is very important to us because from what we've been able to establish and what other people have told us, they're not the type who would set up a fake. In other words, they're basically not interested in UFOs. They're just coming from Western Australia to Victoria and encountered this, what it could be a UFO or whatever it is, natural phenomena.
South Australian police are expected to reveal results of their tests later this week. Frank Pangallo, 7 News. Paul Norman and John Octel from the UFO Research Society examined the blue Ford Telstar said to have been attacked by a UFO a fortnight ago. They carried out a series of tests, including one for electromagnetic activity, then took samples from the car. Veteran UFO investigator Paul Norman says his initial inspection appears to back up the account by the Knowles family that something attacked, then lifted the car off the air highway, causing a tyre to blow.
I am convinced that they were telling that they were seeing an object of some kind, and they'd interfere with the car.
The researchers say they're satisfied the report by the Knowles family warrants further investigation.
What we're looking for when we're doing these investigations, looking for faults in their story. At this stage, we've seen nothing at all. What they've indicated in the car is right. We found the black material, found the markings, the damage to the car, it's exactly how they said it was. They also indicated they were doing 200k, which is impossible on the ground for one of these cars, but we did a test here and we've got it up to 200k's with the front wheels jacked up. So it really gives the impression that the car was, or gives the idea the car was actually physically lifted up.
Samples taken from the car will be sent to Princeton University astrophysicist Dr. Bruce Maccabee for further analysis. However, the results aren't expected to be known for at least a month. Meanwhile, the Knowles family is remaining in hiding in Melbourne. They will undergo a detailed medical examination tomorrow. Members of the family have been forced to seek medical treatment for stress and nervous exhaustion brought about by their terrifying experience. Frank Pangallo, 7 News.
Graham Henley has spent 12 years crossing the Nullarbor and he's seen some strange things. Today he caught up with the Knowles family to talk about one of the strangest.
You look a bit better than the last time I saw you.
Graham went looking for Faye and her sons after scientific reports discounted their story that their car had been damaged by a UFO. Graham was the first person to speak to the four after their encounter, and he inspected the Ford Telstar.
I don't believe in little green men with aerials sticking out their head. That's it in a nutshell. But I do believe they were interfered with. I've got my own ideas on it. They were definitely interfered with.
What state were they in when you saw them at the petrol station?
Absolutely terrified. Totally terrified. Their reactions were totally different to a person out of a car accident.
After the reunion, in more relaxed circumstances, there was even a chance to laugh about their ordeal.
These two guys standing trying to pour this fuel in the car. I reckon you got 3 gallons on the ground and one in the car.
Graham will drive his truck back across the Nullarbor this week.
Family claims it was terrorised by a bright orange object. As Brad Smith reports, their claims have now been supported by other travellers.
It was early morning on the sparse wasteland of the Nullarbor Plain when Faye Knowles and her 3 sons claim they heard an ear-splitting whir as they were chased by a glowing orange object. The Perth family was driving east on the air highway near Mundrabilla, less than 100 kilometres from the South Australian border. Mrs. Knowles has told police at Ceduna the egg-shaped UFO landed on their car as they were travelling at over 100 kilometres an hour. It swung the vehicle around before dropping it with such force it blew a tyre.
What about the people? Were they harmed at all?
Weren't harmed, visibly shaken up.
When the strange object disappeared, Mrs. Knowles and her sons Patrick, Sean and Wayne found their Telstar sedan covered in black ash. Truck drivers on the Nullarbor say there have been at least 3 UFO sightings since Christmas. Graham Henley saw the Knowles family at a Mundrabilla roadhouse. He confirmed they appeared shaken and upset.
I really couldn't explain it in normal everyday terms, but those people were interfered with by something.
And today, support for the bizarre story from another Perth family travelling along the Nullarbor.
Massive light. It was very, very bright. I mean, you'd have to have a lot of power in those lights to light up the whole area, and the sky was lit above it. It was strange.
Bright.
It was a strange phenomenon. It was
much too bright.
Experts say a possible explanation for the encounter may be a phenomenon called min-min, an Aboriginal term meaning dancing lights.
Thanks very much for joining us from Adelaide. Patrick, let me ask you first, can you explain to us what really did happen?
What happened? This is where well, we're going along the I Highway in between, it was kind of like on the border of South Australia and Western Australia. We were driving along there and we were just doing normal speed and that, and I was a bit tired. Sean and Mum and Wayne were awake, and we noticed this light ahead of us and we thought, oh, that's a truck, you know. We all thought that actually at first. And it started to get a bit closer. I thought, this is strange, and it kind of disappeared like it went off the road. And it seemed to, you know, kind of fade and jump about a bit. And as we got closer, it just kind of seemed to move away. And when we got closer, it just kind of come back in towards us.
All right, so what happened then?
Well, we just kept on driving, and it kind of disappeared. Next minute, you know, it was right behind us, and my brother started planting his foot. He must have been doing at least 200 k's, and he just started to follow him.
So, Sean, you were driving. What did you do?
I planted my foot right down and I got up to about 200 kilometres.
200 kilometres an hour, you're driving at that speed. What was going through your mind?
I was hoping to get away from the thing. And we seen it in front of us again. So I turned back. And the next minute, it was up the hills flying. And so I turned back again. I had a look behind us to see if it was still up there. It was still up there. And the next second, it was on the roof.
It was on the roof of your car?
It was on the roof of the car. And as soon as it was on the roof, my back tyre blew out at 200 kilometres an hour.
All right, so what happened then?
As soon as the car stopped, I just blinked out. And that's all I know.
All right. What about the rest of you?
We were screaming and yelling, and we didn't know what to do, you know.
We wound down the windows, all this black misty, like a smoke and a light, and we all felt really strange. Our voice started changing, and
that's new.
And everything just went really weird.
You say your voices started changing.
It started to sound like aliens or something, like it was draining our minds. It was really.
They did say that before. They didn't say that before.
They did. That's why I stopped it, and I said that's interesting because the tuna fishermen had them encounters.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't realize. Until you said about the fishermen, so I have no idea what they explained. But okay, benefit of the doubt. Okay, all right. Hey, Nathan.
There's no need for benefit of the doubt, man. They did say it. That's the prime reason why I stopped it before, to bring up the fishermen who said the same thing.
We'll see what the fishermen say. I've got the details. Hey, Dale. How's it going, mate?
Weird.
Wayne, what was happening? What were your thoughts at that particular time?
I thought we were going to die.
Were you saying anything to each other that you could understand?
Yeah, I mean, I said, I'm going to get you.
Crikey.
That's what I said.
All right. Can any of you describe exactly, or as closely as you can, what this looked like?
They do.
It was sort of shaped like this and had a round, looked like it was a yellow, and on the side of it looked like it had sort of bird wings. It's weird.
All right. Look, could you understand, some Australians, maybe a lot of Australians, may not quite believe. They could understand that you're shocked. They could understand that you were tired, but they may not quite believe
that's not
what
true.
You're telling us.
I don't care, but that's what happened to us.
You see, if they don't want to believe it, it's up to them. But if it ever happens to them,
Then I
and if
believe
it ever comes on, then they'll believe it.
So what do you think now about what happened to you?
We don't really know what happened, you know?
What do I think?
We thought we were going to die.
Well, what I think, you know, is I'm not saying believe in it, don't believe in it. I'm just saying, you know, it happened to us, and
It did happen to us.
And there was a couple of truckies that did see us. They didn't stop for us. They sent us run out the bushes to try to call them over. They would not stop for us because they thought we were abos or something. Because out in the bush, you're not going to stop for anyone, are you?
All right, you're in Adelaide now. You're on your way to Melbourne.
When
do you head back to Perth?
In 2 weeks' time.
You're driving back?
No, we're not. No way.
You're not going to?
Like
No?
I said, I don't know what's going to happen with the car.
What do you mean, what's going to happen with the
Like
car?
it could have radiation in the car.
Somebody suggested that to you, have
Yes.
So, and there's another thing. There's 2 guys from America. If they didn't believe this, now explain this. There's 2 guys from America what are coming down here to suss the car out.
All right. So what you're saying to us that you're too scared to drive back
That's
across the
right.
Nullarbor Plain after what
true.
happened to you.
Yeah? Terrified.
So you're going by train, eh?
Yeah?
Okay. Well, we wish you all the best, and we thank you very much for talking to us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks a
and
lot.
let's hope they get to the bottom of the mystery.
Well, to the Knowles family in Adelaide, thanks for joining us. And 36 hours now after the event, do any of you have any doubts as to what happened? Do you still believe that it was a UFO that landed on your car?
Yes, we do.
Why do you believe that?
Because we actually saw it, you know. It was chasing us. And it all of a sudden it landed on our car, pulled our car back. And I put my hand out the window and I fell on the roof.
What did you feel?
It was like a sponge on the roof. It was sucking the roof, you know, the car. It's a sponge. I saw it.
How big was it? What did it
It
look
was
like?
about, I don't really know. I can't really explain.
Did you see anything but a light?
Let us speak, man. Let us speak.
Really, it was
I can explain it. It was sort of, it was shaped like this. Hang on. It was shaped like this. Had like a little circle in the center, and that was like a yellow sort of colour. And it had on the outsides, it was sort of shaped like that, and on the outsides it was like that, and in the center it was like that. And I asked my brother, you know, if that was a spaceship, and he goes, "Don't be stupid." So I got up closer to have a look, and it was moving backwards and forwards. And so we decided to take off to have a look. We decided to take off, and it was flying miles back, and I drove miles up the road again, and it was in front of us again.
How high off the ground was it?
It was on the ground.
I mean, it was on the
It
ground.
was on the ground, facing us when we were driving along.
And then, so it was moving along with you.
Yeah, it was following us.
And then eventually you tried to get away from it. Is that right?
It's still chasing us.
Sean, you were driving. How fast did you get up to?
I got up to about 200 kilometres.
That's very fast. Have you driven that fast before?
No, I haven't.
And the car is capable of doing 200 kilometres an hour.
From Rolling Moody, I got you.
And at what stage did the object land on your roof?
And click pause.
Oh.
How fast were you going at the time?
I was doing about 200. I got a blowout, and once the car stopped, I blinked out, and I don't know what happened after that.
It was definitely on the roof.
How do we know you're telling the truth?
Oh, there was even witnesses.
But a lot of people think that you are making it up. Do you realise that?
That's not true. No way.
When it landed on the car, what happened?
We were screaming and yelling.
And as soon as it landed on the car, that's when my tyre blew out.
Smoke started coming in the car.
Smoke started to come in the car.
Probably like onions.
And that's when I just blanked out.
There was one report that your voices changed. Is that correct?
Yes, they did.
In what way?
Really deep and slow, and I don't know. We started sounding like that.
Can
like
you-
a real deep, deeper than that. Even.
We're gonna
It was
take it.
so deep, it's really hard to explain. More or less like our voice kind of died out as we were talking.
If a car has a blowout at 200 kilometres an hour, there is a danger, isn't it, that it will overturn. How
That's
come you
right.
didn't?
There was a weight on the roof, and explain that.
Was the car on the road at all times, or was it lifted off, as has been reported?
We don't really know, but we think it has been lifted off the road.
How long did it? How long was it with you, this object?
For about 5 or 10 minutes, we think.
Were there any sounds or smells?
Yes, it
There was a
was.
sound. It sounded like a humming sound. It sounded like boom, boom, boom. And when it was on the roof, I wound down my window, and all this smoke started coming. It was like a greyish black mist. And that's when our voices started to change. All of us, our voices just went really deep and strange. And
Oh,
we felt like we were dying. And the brake, my brother chucked the brakes on the car, and this thing just shot off. And as it shot off, we just hid out in the bushes, got out the car, hid out in the bushes, waited for about 10, 15 minutes. Went over back to the car, took the wheel off, chucked that in the boot, got the spare wheel out, put that on, and we just let down jack. We didn't worry about the jack, we just chucked the jack in the bushes, and we just shut off. And then it started to follow us again. And it started to come by then it was starting to get daylight, and it just seemed to lose us for some reason. We turned the headlights off, and that's when it lost us.
Patrick, had any of you been drinking?
No way, no.
Were you tired?
I was a bit tired, yeah, but not tired enough to see a thing like that. And
How scared were you, Patrick?
I really scared.
Terrified.
Scared as I've ever been.
Well, what was your feelings? What were you feeling at the time when this was all
We're
happening?
going to die. That's what I felt like. We just made us feel like we're dying.
Have you had any unusual feelings since it happened?
A bit sick or
I
something.
won't turn the lights off at night. I'm too scared to go to sleep.
Any other feelings? What about you, Wayne? How do you feel about it all?
What car was
Scary,
it?
mate.
It's
It was a
Ford,
Ford.
What was the worst part of
Telstar.
it for you?
Ford Telstar. There you go. Thank you.
Would you be happy to go back there and have a look around to see what had happened?
Not really. I don't want to go back.
So just summing up, do any of you have any idea? Wayne, Sean, you think it was a spaceship. What about yourself, Mrs. Knowles? Do you have any ideas?
I reckon it was a BFO or something, because it was strange. It was following us everywhere, wouldn't leave us alone. I was a nervous wreck when I got up to the garage.
Well, thank you very much for telling us your story, and take it easy on the roads.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Watch out for those UFOs.
On the afternoon of January 20th, 1988,
Oh, back again.
Faye Knowles and her 3 sons set out from Perth in Western Australia to visit relatives several hundred miles away. At dusk, they...
Sorry, I'm pausing it there for copyright reasons as well. But yeah, I think in chat they're pretty much nailing the tire scenario.
Yeah.
They're saying it would have blown because the speed. Now you hear the story that they were traveling fast.
Like I've been saying, after like wear and tear and the tread goes down very, very thin, you got no traction on the wheel. It means it's extremely low, and like wheels heat up. If you're going down the motorway, after a long distance travel, I mean, if anyone drives a car would know the thing is like basically if you're doing a very high speed, the wheels will actually heat up because the friction, how fast it's going. That's what it is. So again, it looks like that with a burst tire,
But
So
that's what chat's saying. It's not that.
yeah,
It's not that. I don't think it's that neither.
it looks like it. I've seen it blown out. I've experienced that myself, and I know in fact it looks just like that.
I've seen them too, and they don't look nothing like that. I'm surprised.
I've seen it. It looks like that, from my experience. And I've been driving for about 15 years, and I know for a fact it absolutely does that. It's not just once it's happened, it's twice. So you got to think where is least actual. I mean, the shape of the ties is different to the one on my van, basically. And you think, but you think that the sides were wore down quite a bit.
I get that. So it was riding on the rim.
Pretty much, yeah. This is it. And like I said, once you again, you got to look at both sides here. You know, from my experience, I know for a fact that looks like a blowout. But again, let's just give the families benefit of the doubt.
I kind of do.
Just for the sake
I kind of do because they seemed really scared in that interview, didn't they? And the other one as well.
I don't think so.
Either stoned or scared.
No, they've been on plenty of what I've seen so far. It depends on how early that interview was. No, it's because they've had plenty of interviews. It's quite astonishing, really, how much interviews they've been doing. So they're probably used to it by now. But that last interview there we just saw, I'm not convinced. I'm not. Either they're not the brightest family, no disrespect, but again, you know, I'm families like that, you know. But the thing, look, it doesn't seem clear enough from their explanations. It doesn't seem clear. It's not coherent, to be honest with you. It's a bit all over the place. The mother couldn't even give a proper explanation. It had to be interrupted by one of their sons. With the last question that the son on the right was asked, he was like stone-faced. It's like, well, look, give us an explanation.
He looked what we call camera shy. He looked like the kid at school that didn't want his picture taken, and that's the kind of
he was talking before. He was talking before. So what's stopping him now?
Which one you on about? Because I've never seen one. The long-haired one.
No, the one on the right. He was wearing a blue t-shirt.
Yeah, him. He looked scared.
True, but at the same time, I'm like, they've had plenty of appearances. So,
yeah.
Just saying.
I don't know.
We can't both agree because it would just be boring, you know what I mean? So you can't go back and forth here. But yeah.
I don't agree. I don't agree with the tire, but here you go.
They were crossing the Nullarbor Plain, a desolate stretch of road through the Australian desert. It was here, as day turned to night, that the Knowles encountered something terrifying that remains unexplained to this day.
We drove on, and this object kept on following us, and somehow, I don't know how the hell it done it, but it wasn't actually flying, it was just hovering. It didn't have wings or anything like that, it was just hovering.
We nearly died. We thought we were dying.
And the faster we went, the faster this object went.
So this
the Knowles had experienced abject fear at the hands of an unnatural force. Police offered no explanation. And when the family turned to the media for help in finding an answer, the media turned on them.
Would you please welcome a couple of people who've seen the light, Faye and Patrick Knowles. What was your first reaction?
I thought we were going to die, you know.
Did you know what it was?
Didn't know.
It didn't look like anything you'd ever seen before.
No, that's right.
The object picked the car up, and Mum wound in her window and put her hand out in the roof, and actually touched it.
Right. You've been picked up by an alien craft, and you've wound down the window, Faye.
Yeah, God.
And put your hand on the roof.
Because I was curious to see what was up there.
So you're way off the ground. You've got the alien spacecraft picking you up, and you've virtually patted it, haven't you?
As this was going on, it was like a really loud sound on top of inside the car, and it was like a material, it was like a fog that was coming into the car. And when the material came into
your mum's skin burning.
And
the media treating the Knowles family was ruthless. I don't think one person honestly asked sensible questions and tried to console these people and seeing the state of anxiety that they were in.
I mean, people would say, "Oh, you know, you saw things, you're making it up." It's
That's not true.
A lot of the interviewers, I find and have found, make a bit of a joke of it and don't really approach it seriously.
Some staining due to soot from outer space, others staining due to terrified passengers.
The impression I got on the Knowles case that it was a serious and definite event that happened, experience that they had.
Here, for the first time outside of Australia, And without reprisal or ridicule is the story of what happened on that January night in 1988, as told by the Knowles in their own words.
I was next to Sean. He was sitting in front, driving, and I was asleep in the passenger side. And Sean goes, "Pat, wake up! Look at this." And he goes, and I go to him, "What's the matter?" He goes, "It looks like a UFO." And I said, "Can't shrink." We drove up to it, approaching it, and this thing was, at first, it was just stopped in the road, and we approached it. Yeah, it was more like an egg shape.
Oh yeah, the dog.
It had like a yellow centre. Next minute, you know, this object appeared back behind us. And I said to Sean, "Come on, let's get going." And that's when I decided to put my foot down. And it just caught up within a matter of seconds. Sparks hit the back tyre like something was trying to blow out the tyre, like the object behind us. It blew the tyre out with like a beam of light. Before we knew it, she just went clunk on the roof of the car.
It jumped on the roof of our car and took us up in the air.
Yeah.
Like that.
And as it picked the car lit up like a mic.
Thoughts?
They didn't say that before. He was pretty specific.
Yeah, this is why I'm a bit iffy. Something doesn't feel right. I've come across these cases. I've read about them. I've got the history behind me. I know for a fact something doesn't feel quite right. Because this is new information here.
In Venice. The story has changed quite significantly because they've started with this thing lifted up the car and dropped them. And from the drop of that, it burst one tire to now what he just said was this thing shot a beam of light that he saw and it was cutting the tire.
Yeah, that's what I that's why I went, That doesn't make any sense. See?
Not Mick West, man. He said that himself.
Yeah, because that's the long haired guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the guy with the long hair.
I think so.
I think it is.
90% sure it's him. So it sounds like him. It looks like him without long hair. So I guess it's him. There you go, man.
It's like my Moody is saying, says, yes, they're adding to the lore of this incident. That's true. Well, it feels like it. I'm trusting my gut on this one. My gut is normally right.
Well, you heard it straight out of his mouth. You heard it straight out of his mouth. You guys have been paying attention from the story began. That significant part was not in the initial story.
Very true.
And now I don't know how many years later, but
it's
later
90s.
On, yeah, it does have a 90s feels to the quality of the video. So,
oh, hold on. I know that presenter, that's sightings, and that started from 1992 onwards. Not too sure what
episode
it was or season, but yes, that sounds like that guy. And I forgot the presenter's name, but I have 2 videos of this program on Alien Addict, but not this one specifically. But yeah, I think that's from 1992 onwards. So it looks like about that time period. Early 90s.
It might pop up. All right, man. So let's start again now. I don't know. I hope I caught him saying it again.
With like a beam of light. Before we knew it, she just went clunk on the roof of the car.
It jumped on the roof of our car and took us up in the air like that.
And as it picked the car lit up like a microwave. It lit up really bright inside. We heard this great big enormous sound. It sounded like a motor or something. I don't know what. It's really hard to describe. Like, it made us feel like our heads were going to explode.
Yeah, we're frightened and like our brain's been sucked out.
Yeah, it was hot. All this junk come inside the car and, you know, and at that time, it was hard to explain because I kind of blanked out. As the car was dropping, you could feel this object slip off the car. Not long after, you know, it dropped the car. That's when I come out of it. And I took off from the car. I told them all to jump out. We jumped at the car, ran up to bushes, hid in the bushes, and you could see this thing that was still looking for us. And at the same time, I turned the lights off in the car,
and somehow it could not focus on that car.
It was.
Somehow it was working with our lights. As soon as I turned those lights off, it just could not find us.
According to the Knowles family,
Can't say
it
that.
was at this point that they experienced what ufologists refer to as missing time.
I think we lost about an hour and a half in time, and it's really hard to explain.
It just gets more and more.
How long it did take.
Local police investigated the incident and found several eyewitnesses who corroborated the strange events on the Nullarbor Plain that night.
They were travelling along the road. A bright light appeared in front of the car. Shortly after, the light disappeared behind the car. The car was picked up on the road, shaken violently. The car was covered in ash, black ash.
What about the people? Were they harmed at all?
Weren't harmed, but visibly shaken up.
Many people witnessed the Knowles event, and they were from all professions and walks of life, and they were travelling in different vehicles. So we had people in spotter planes for the tuna boat people. We had the tuna boat people experiencing the UFO light above them.
Police investigators and scientists examined the car and analyzed the sooty residue found inside. Although their findings were inconclusive, most of the investigators insisted the damage to the vehicle and the tires was caused by some unexplained but natural causes.
A lot of the powers that be put it down to the rising sun or Jupiter or these other things which they think ordinary people mistake these things for. But it's their way of getting around it and not having to do anything about it, I think.
We just want people to know what happened to us and that we weren't out for anything. You know, we thought it was amazing ourselves. We thought we'd like to let people know what happened because it's, to us, you know, it was exciting plus very frightening. You know, you can't really explain what it's like unless.
Well, hold on,
it's
pause.
To you. Like people say, you know, people used to laugh before and make a joke of it, but now they.
So he said he was exciting after the event happened. I thought they were petrified and shocked.
He also added that they were scared. But now that we paused it, there seems to be a whole new scenario built around it now.
Yeah, something doesn't feel right.
It wasn't reported. I don't know what's going down here, and this is why a good time to stop, because they didn't say anything about getting out of the cars and running. They were found at a petrol station, if I got the story right. That was where the next witness saw them. That wasn't that they were being chased down by outside the car as well.
Yeah, that wasn't brought up in their early interviews. And the fact that turning the lights on and off actually dimmed, or the excuse they couldn't find them. So that's another part of the story. I find this not quite right. Something doesn't feel quite right, and it's not down to the fact of the family, but you know, I think it's too many appearances on TV shows. That's a big giveaway. Their stories are not coherent.
Now, see,
my gut is going like something's not right. Something doesn't feel right.
Well, here's the next good point that I believe is, like, prior to this. This is where we need to do some research. See if they went under some sort of regression therapy. Because I do remember in the early interviews of them, the mother said that they have to go see a doctor and seek some help, and because they were traumatized by it.
Yeah.
So that was a very good question, because if they're reciting what they saw under hypnosis, do we take that as a credible means? That could be an explanation for why the story has changed. Hold on, have you found something?
Yes, I did. It says, no, there is no evidence that the Knowles family underwent hypnosis regression as part as the investigation. There is no record of hypnosis sessions producing additional testimony. So that blows that one out of the water.
There you go. So either they just, over the years, they're adding to it.
Yeah.
Because I can't understand why you wouldn't in an interview not say, "Oh, we were also chased by it when we were running." They said they were chased by it while they were in the car.
Yeah. Click play. I just want to hear what the rest of they saying.
Family driving across the lonely Nullarbor Plain is chased by strange lights. Then their car is literally lifted off the ground and dropped again by the same glowing object. All this supposedly happened early yesterday, but was it a hallucination or a close encounter with aliens? Well, several other people have reported seeing mysterious lights in the same area, among them truck driver John de Jong, who joins us now from Adelaide. John, are you convinced that there was a UFO sighting on the highway?
Yes, 100% yes,
How can you say that?
because of the condition of the people that it happened to. When we got to them, it was hysterical, well, out of this world, put it any way you like.
I can tell you that I've just seen little green men, but you're not likely to
No.
believe me, are you?
No.
So why do you believe this particular story?
Well, there's two incidents that come up fairly recent in the last few months.
It sounds
One
like
is
Crocodile
I was followed
Dundee.
for about an hour and a bit by a big bright light, which sounds silly, but I was followed. I was on my own. There was no backup to that story. It did frighten me. I actually kept travelling and locked my cab up and kept driving. It sounds silly, but it's true.
Did you think that was a UFO at the time?
First up, I thought it was a helicopter doing low flying, but no way. It wasn't a helicopter because I checked it out to see if it was one in the area.
So that was one experience. Any more?
Yes, I had another one just before Christmas, about an hour from where this happened. I was travelling along, minding my own business, and the truck just got uncontrollable. I couldn't drive it, so I just pulled it up very smartly, got out, checked all my steering, and everything was in perfect condition. I took off and no more dramas.
So how do you explain these mysterious occurrences in that very spot?
I wish I knew. It's not scary. It's a mystery that I wouldn't mind solving. It's a problem out there. It's a lot more happening.
Do you know of any other drivers who've had similar experiences there?
A lot of us talk about them, yeah.
What kind of experiences?
Well, the sort of things that, like I've just said, the truck just does funny things. You get electrical problems. There's no electricity out there, so what's going on? Your hair stands up on the back of your neck for no reason. You get frightened.
So there's a whole lot of you truckies who are now believers in UFOs.
Well, whether it's UFOs or what it is, I don't know. But see, the thing that, I can't explain it. You see things and you hear things, but no one wants to believe you. It's hard to come on here and explain it. It's nearly impossible.
Have you ever said to yourself, maybe I'm going a little crazy?
No.
You're absolutely sure that you've experienced...
I got to be silly to be driving the truck, but that's beside the point.
So what kind of effect has all of this had on you? Are you more careful when you drive down that stretch of road?
Well, we'll be going back again next week.
See what happens next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, every trip's a different one, but this is one that I would like to follow through because it actually happened. And if it hadn't have been for the people, I wouldn't have worried about it.
Mrs. Faye Knowles and her three sons, Patrick, Sean and Wayne, say their car was chased in the night by a giant glowing egg-shaped object. The car was picked up, they say, shaken and dropped so hard it blew a tyre. They say the car was showered with dark ash, and police have confirmed that ash from somewhere was found on and in the car. A truck driver has corroborated the story, and two fishing boats in the Gulf have also reported UFO sightings about half an hour later. I have the Knowles family in our sister station, SAS7 in Adelaide, for this exclusive interview. Mrs. Knowles, how are you?
Not bad, thank you.
If I said to you and one of your sons, if say Patrick had come home late tonight and said to you, Mum, I'm late because I was crossing the Nullarbor and a big giant thing picked up my car and shook it and dropped it again, what would your reaction be if you hadn't been there?
I would say he was crazy.
Had you believed in UFOs before this?
Never. No.
Were you at all tempted not to tell the police because people may take the mickey out of you?
We weren't going to go, but we made up our mind to go, you know, because it might happen to someone else.
Well, let's go back to stage one. What time in the morning was it when it first happened?
About 5 o'clock in the morning.
And you were driving which way?
Towards Victoria.
And did it suddenly come up behind you, in front of you, or just hover over the car?
It was on the middle of the road. It was, just in the middle of the road.
Up in front of you?
Yeah, in front of us.
How big?
Well, it looked like truck lights to us, I didn't
Yeah,
take
which
much
was
notice.
smart.
Sean said to me, "Oh, that's something unusual." Now I said, "I've come off it, and you got to be joking."
Was it still dark?
It was pretty dark then, yeah.
And you thought it was, Patrick, you thought they were just headlights sort of coming towards
Oh,
you?
did you see something like that, you wouldn't take much notice. You just think it's a truck or a car.
Were you all
Actually,
awake at the time?
Yes, we were.
Did it make a noise?
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrifying. What was the noise like?
It was like a humming sound.
And so when you kept driving, approaching it, did it veer over your top of you or what?
I was driving.
You were driving, Sean?
Mm.
And did you drive straight at it? Did it leap over you or what?
No, I had to put my foot down because it was chasing us.
Well, did it get behind you somehow then?
What it was a fair hike back before it even jumped on my roof. Like you explained this, like it was a fair distance back. And the next second it was on the roof.
Did you hear a clunking noise when it got on the roof?
Yes, we did.
And then, Wayne, after that, how long did it go for? When did it lift the car off the ground?
Start shaking and start lifting the ground up out of the car at me. Start lifting it.
What were you saying to each other?
We thought we were dying.
That's what I reckon.
We didn't know what to do.
Did you shout? Did you cry?
I was screaming. I was in hystericals.
We were talking like aliens.
Explain this. If you're doing 200 kilometers, you blow out a back tire, would you roll a car or what?
Yeah.
Does that explain it?
How long were you there? How long were you suspended? How far off the ground do you think you were?
Well, we don't know because we were stunned. We were in a state of shock because we don't know what was going on. All of a sudden, this thing's on our roof and pulling the car up. We don't know what's going on.
So then it dropped you and you blew a tyre.
Yeah.
What happened next? Did you get out of the car?
I wound down the window and I felt this thing on the roof, And I said, gee, there's something on top of our roof. I said, it's landed on the roof or something, And I didn't know what to do. And I was screaming. And as soon as I said that, I let all this smoke stuff come into the car. The car was covered in all this black stuff, wasn't it?
Well, like grit or soot or ash?
It was like a soot. Black soot stuff just coming on top of us.
So then what did you all do?
We thought we were dying. Then we got out the car and we hid behind the little tree in the bushes and it couldn't find us. Then we jumped back in the car.
Was it still there?
It was still there waiting for it, looking for us.
Was it on the road or was it moving around?
We don't know. It was up the road a bit further from us. I'm sorry.
That's all right. And so up the road a bit further, then did it come back looking for you?
Yeah, and then we took off in the bushes.
How long did you stay in the bushes?
Oh, about 15 minutes. Then all of a sudden it took off again. And when we hopped in the car to take off again, it come after us again. Wouldn't leave us alone.
Well, who changed the tyre?
Sean took him 2 minutes to change the tyre.
I bet it did.
We left the jack and everything. We just left everything up there. We just took off.
And at that stage, did you think you were involved with a flying saucer?
Yes, we really did. We said we're dead. We thought we were really dying.
The question this morning that possibly, the argument against it, whether it was UFO or not, that possibly it was a freak. It was what they call ball lightning. Do you believe that?
No, that's not true.
No way.
No way.
If it's happening for about an hour and a half, I doubt if it's a ball.
You think all this went on for about an hour and a half?
It went on for about an hour and a half.
Wouldn't leave us alone.
Did any other cars or trucks pass you at that time?
Yes, they did. There was a couple of trucks.
We tried to pull one up, but the lady wouldn't pull up for us because she's a lady truckie. She told us when we got up the road that she didn't know it was us. We were in trouble.
Did she see something?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they came around last night to have an interview with, what's his name?
Fred. I forget his second name now. But they're the ones that reported to the police. There was no witness that said they seen something on our car, but they won't give their name.
Went to the police.
When you were trying to put it back together again today and piece together what it might have been, did you cross your mind, maybe it was some military weapon, maybe it was some...
No way, it was after us.
Why do you think that they'd single out your car?
We don't know. It was chasing other cars, and all of a sudden
lovely
it come
clothing.
after us. We don't really know because there was 4 of us in the car.
So none of you got physically hurt. Nobody tried to. You didn't see any little green men or any men from outer space.
No way.
Before all of this happened, have any of the 4 of you, believed in flying saucers?
No way.
We all thought
No.
I thought it was all a load of crap, you know. I thought, come on, you know, stuff like that, there's only in the movies, you know. But the way it happened, it actually seemed like it was a movie.
One of the policemen has already said that that when you finally talked to them, that your mother was really shocked. You really looked like you'd seen something horrible out there in the desert.
We did.
We were like ghosts. We were just like white ghosts.
Did you manage to sleep last night?
No, I couldn't sleep.
Crusty.
I'm too scared to turn the light off now. And when we're driving along in the car, I'm frightened that it's behind us all the time. That's chasing us.
Are you likely to drive home again?
No, I don't think so.
Not through that way. No way. We're catching a train home to Perth.
Taking a train back.
Now, the ash that was on the car and in the car, was the ash still there when you got to the police station?
Yes, we left everything. They said not to clean it, don't do nothing with the car. We're getting it all checked out for us. So.
Is that ash being analysed?
Yep.
Yeah, everything is.
Everything's going to be
You
done.
should set it higher. Huh.
Do you now believe that there is life in outer space?
No, actually, I'm not saying believe it or don't, you know, but what I'm saying is there is something out there which you can't explain, which I don't know.
There's definitely something out there. Something's got to be done. Someone else is going to get really hurt.
What could be done?
We don't really know.
And just one final question about the look of it. Do you all agree on the description of it, or do you have different ideas?
No,
What do you think?
we definitely
Faye?
agree on the light.
Agree. Whole lot.
Faye, what sort of light do you think it was?
It was all of a sudden it was a small light, and all of a sudden it comes so big like this, like a big ball.
Could you see anything in the middle of it, anything metallic?
We don't really know. You know, we're in a state of shock. I didn't really take notice.
Patrick, is that the sort of thing you saw?
Big ball of light. Yeah.
It was like looked like a truck headlight, and on top it looked like it had a light, high beam, like a light high beam, and it, like a flash. It was kept on flashing, like a.
It's terrible.
And Sean, how do you describe it?
You all take a deep breath in.
Sean?
You'd rather not remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, I'll leave it at that. I thank you for your time.
No.
That's okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's the Knowles family, and as with all UFO stories, believers will believe and non-believers will scoff perhaps. I've said before, it's always intrigued me when people claim to have been taken away by little green men and flying saucers, that they always go for corn farmers from Iowa and never for a Nobel Peace Prize winner or a military genius.
It looks like Malcolm McDonald, and not this that.
they kind of pulled themselves back now by saying in that interview that they were chased in the thing, because I didn't get that. I didn't hear any time thing though. That was specific that this happened in the span of an hour and a half.
But what's your thoughts so far?
See, I got problems with him. I can't judge the family. I mean, I'd say they look scared shitless, man, to be honest. I still get that. That's it though. But I'm looking at the tail, and the thing that kind of blows it out of the water now is I get what Sadie's saying, that the more time goes on, details you begin to remember more. But I think if you saw a light cutting your tire, that's gonna stand out than anything. You know what I mean? They got a weapon cutting our tire. So
because their description, I mean, yes, I understand what Sadie's saying here, but their description of the object, that last clip, that I'm dependent on the timeline of their interviews, basically. I can say get your short story straight.
Well, that last clip, I think, was pretty much would have been at the beginning of when it happened.
Yeah, I think at least get the object description right, because it has changed. There was a light in the middle. It was a big light. Then he described it as an egg shape. It had one in the early clip said it had wings. It's like, well, which one is it? This is what I mean.
See, the thing is, they're describing it from different times that it, like from when they first approached it, it looked like a truck. When they got closer, they noticed this thing was the egg shape and it was doing maneuvers going backwards and forwards. So then they thought, let's get the hell out of Dodge. No, they were driving a bit closer to it to see what it was. And then the thing took notice of them. Yeah. So all these things of these events, this is why it's all different. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure. But they didn't seem clear in their answers. My personal opinion.
Okay.
Yes, I understand trauma, fight or flight. Yes, I understand what you're saying there, Dal. Yeah, for sure. Got to take that into consideration as well. But
I get that. But I like cutting your tire. You're not gonna remember that in your trauma. That to me is, I think that's some pretty rememberable shit.
But it's a light though.
It's a beam of light. He said it. I could replay it back. He said a beam of light cut the tire. He saw it.
But I thought it was the impact of the car being levitated and dropped to the ground.
That's the problem. There lies the rub. But you can't take out the other witnesses.
Yeah, I understand that. But I'm just going to say this now. If this lasted for an hour and a half, I'm pretty sure they would have a good description of the object. Especially when it's flying over your car. You stick your head out the window, have a look. I'm pretty sure you get a really good description of it when it's floating like a couple of feet above your head. I'm sorry, but it's like an hour and a half goes by and you couldn't really give a coherent description of the object. Sorry. No. Something doesn't seem quite right for me on this one. And look, I'm going to say the word, people like to put the word grifter, but you do get people like that just try to get a bit of publicity. It's like the early days of TikTok. You had people like this. That's just my personal opinion on that, but you do get fakers. I'm just saying, because they just want clarity and clout, stick their head into the law of ufology, and most understandably is profit and money. I talked about this with Russell Callahan. There is a backtrack record of people doing that, but something doesn't feel right hidden. Going to be honest.
There's only one point in there problem I have with their story, because again, the witness, the other witnesses, there are people that are directly there. The truckers came forward, said they saw him, but they didn't pick him up because they thought there was abos. That's bad. That's bad. But that shows you 80s mentality.
Good.
Also, with the reports of the lights there, then you can go and look at the fishermen. Something was flying around there.
Yeah.
The fishermen also reported. Do you want to tell the people about the fish? Because you said you got that story up.
Yeah, of course, no problem at all. So we'll get back to the family, because we've got their testimony. We understand where really the stories are coming from. Right. So what we're going to do now is talk about an incident that happened, I think, about 50 miles away. So in regards of hypnosis, there were no hypnosis for that. There was no credible radiation detected at all. Okay. I've got it right here. They've tested everything, and we'll get to the ash in a bit. But in regards to the fishermen, it says here, so there was a story about a fisherman, but it wasn't a fisherman. It was rather a crew of tuna fishing boat operators in the Great Australia Bight, roughly 50 miles away offshore from the incident itself. Okay, so 50 miles away, and that's 80 kilometers. All right, so their sightings reported occurred within minutes of the Knowles family encounter before news of the highway incident became public. Okay, so according to the police reports at the time, the crew reported a bright unidentified object that approached or buzzed like visual, and they described this object a bit like a vessel. Okay, they also claimed that their speeches became strange and undetectable during the encounter, an unusual detail that mirrored the Knowles family reports, and the voices becoming unusually slow and deeper, a bit like Darth Vader. So because of the because of the two groups were separated by the considerable distance and were the unaware of each other's experiences, police considered these similarities noteworthy rather than evidence or conclusion. Okay. So as the fisherman was saying, it was a bright light object buzzing like a vessel. Do I have any more additional information? That's it basically. That is it. So yes, a tuna fisherman did see an object minutes away from the Knowles family.
And I also have a video of the testimony. It's not a long one, guys. It's probably about 2 minutes tops. But it is the testimony of the truck driver.
Okay.
You saw that. Sorry, it says bus driver on here. Where am I? Why did we? Hello, Slim Jimmy.
Hey,
Slim Ying.
Slim Ying. I've been saying your name wrong, haven't I? I do apologise.
I just called him Slim Jing. Slim Jing Ying.
Sorry, Slim Yin. Hopefully I got your name right. Bloody hell.
You mean Slim Jim?
It'll be nice to see you. You're confusing me.
I confused myself a long time ago.
Okay, we'll call you Slim. All
right, I'm going to stay on this page, so I'm not going to see chat. So just
very
in
late
case,
80s. Very late 80s.
Just in case we've seen this before, because Eyes on Cinema did a good job piecing it together. The only thing that I think I would say about that video he did wrong was, the 90s clip. Should have left that till the end, because that kind of made us
an overall conclusion.
Yeah, because I never heard that detail about them running out in this car. But anyways, we got to the end of that. The tire one, I'm still hung up on that one.
Sure.
Driver Peter Chapman says his bus was buzzed and then followed by a glowing sphere at Mundrabilla on the same stretch of road where the Knowles family reported being picked up by a UFO earlier this year. Peter Chapman and his passengers are convinced they saw something from another planet.
Passengers.
Ironically, the trip to Perth began with a viewing of the movie Gremlins. Just after midnight Monday morning, the Ansett Pioneer bus was taking 25 passengers between Mundrabilla and Madura when a bright light with another small light circling it confronted the vehicle and then followed the bus for 8 kilometres.
It seemed to just hover there for a couple of seconds, and I went past it. And I looked in the rear vision mirror, and it came in behind the bus. And then it stayed around about 1 kilometre behind me. And
Peter Chapman kept driving but alerted 5 other passengers who were awake. They were stunned and frightened as the glowing 3-metre sphere chased them. In January this year, the Knowles family from Perth claimed their car was buzzed and then lifted into the air by a similar object. Peter Chapman laughed off their claims, but Monday morning's experience has changed his mind. In 4 years of driving this road, he's seen nothing like it.
And I didn't believe it in it at all. That's UFO stuff. But I do now. It's totally different.
Unfortunately, no passenger could find a camera aboard to capture these few moments on film.
Interesting.
I love watching this program. It's so
you've
funny.
been watching that.
I love
God.
it.
Isn't it
I
tend to
love
be
it.
fakes, like a bunch of scam artists?
Nah.
I heard.
Nah, it's bull. It's not scam artists. Nah.
That's probably watch. I think I heard something on Watch Mojo. I think on that being like scam artists. But anyway,
It's not like it's a real shop. If you believe it's a real shop, then you're delusional. It's a studio, so the shop ain't real. But that's kind of open about it. People always, well, that's not a real shop. Well, no, the people in the background are also actors. They're extras. It is, but the stuff that is brought in, it is handpicked and all that. It's a TV show. They're not going to show somebody coming in wanting a Haka TV and a VCR or a PlayStation. They're not doing that. So it's interesting. It's an interesting show. I find it quite. What I don't understand, like I watched the guy today. I don't want to rant on, but the door's open now. I watched the guy today, and he had a Banksy painting, original Banksy painting, certificate and everything. It's the real deal. Yeah, he wanted $1 million for it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Okay.
So
yeah,
the valuation guy comes in, says, you know what, this Banksy, because of blah blah blah, it's worth $1 million to $1.5 million in the right auction. Yeah, obviously. So I'm like, well, this is where the conversation should end, and I would look for that right said auction, but no, him and Rick do a little 2-2, and Rick ends up buying it for $800,000.
I'm not impressed by Banksy. Banksy is where I live. There's a load of like Banksy stuff, like, and it's like.
All I know he's worth money. He's worth money. That's all it is to me. That's just a thing that I don't get these people. That's all I'm trying to say. Some of these people, they get something for $20, and Rick lowballs the shit out of them, which is quite amusing. The best I'll give you is $20 for that.
People are just bizarre, man. I would agree. So science evidence fringe, yeah, Banksy does suck. Like, it's like great, okay. There's a place in.
It's just weird. It's just weird how much it is of value. Because even I was shocked, because at first I thought the guy was like talking out his ass. You know, what $1 million for a Banksy?
Stupid.
That's what I thought. But when the guy's coming in, he's like kind of flipping out. And all it is, it's not even a painting. It's a stencil. Even the guy said this is one of his first. It's a stencil. He's put a stencil on. He obviously created a stencil. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but it's just a stencil. It's something my kid could do.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
And it's worth $1 million to $1.5 million in the right auction. And my man sold it to Rick for $8. Rick, you know Rick's first offer, $600,000.
And he's like, not good enough.
Yeah, my man got it. My man got it for $800.
Mate, you could have bought a house with that. You could have, no comment. People just bizarre, man.
It's mad.
But if it was me, I'll probably do the same thing. You would, wouldn't you? You're like, oh man, I can make $1 million out of this. Why not?
That's why I ain't dissing Banksy. It's not Banksy I'm dissing. I know it's not even the show I'm dissing. I'm dissing the dudes that's selling it. Because when I've got a guy who's an art critic, and if he is a legit art critic, right? I can't speak for it because I don't know about this. But the moment I got a legit art critic coming in and saying, look, top end is $1.5 million. You take out commissions and all that, you're walking away with more than what Rick is giving you. And it's nothing to you. You already got the photo. It's yours already. Right. And all you have to do is take a copy of that program as Providence. Well, this is so-and-so. He's got this. And he says this is worth $1.5 million. Why don't they do that?
Point.
Why are they selling it to Rick for $800? Well, Rick is going to do exactly what I said. Find the right auction, bring the videotape of his show to the auction, and say, look, my man says $1.5 million top end. That's what bugs me about these people that go on that show.
What were we talking about?
Banksy.
Banksy.
Nah.
Yeah, Banksy. Yeah, I find him a bit of a scam artist. My personal opinion. People just got nothing else better to do.
You just said it yourself. If somebody would buy a painting for me for $1 million, here's a couple. You said it yourself. So how is he a scam artist? It's other people that are putting value on that work of art of his.
You might have insiders. You might have,
He might do.
Rudy's saying here, Banksy's prices show how dumb some elites are.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what. So it's not his fault because, like you said, if somebody's going to give you that amount of money for doing it, you'll scribble on a napkin.
True. I don't know the full story of like Banksy. He just popped
He just
up.
popped
Like
up,
this
yeah.
just this legendary person that no one know who he was.
Do they know who he is now?
I did see a photograph, but I'm not too sure if it actually is.
Is it
him.
real? Yeah.
This is it. It could be a psyop.
And I think Banksy has a lot to say about his art movement, because do you remember that piece that he bought that's self-shredded or halfway shredded? Do you remember that? He sold a piece. He sold a piece in auction. Do you guys in the chat remember? And I think some Japanese dude bought it. But at a certain time, there was a mechanism in the frame that it went up. Now, Banksy wanted this art to be shredded all the way. But because it stopped halfway, guess what? It's still a work of art. Yeah, you guys remember it. He sold it. Yeah, that's what he did. He sold it. Yeah. And the frame, there was a shredding device in the frame. So at a certain time after it got sold, it shredded itself, but it shredded it at the auction. So it was filmed shredding.
Oh my God.
So I think that was a stab at the establishment anyways, but I think it kind of backfired on him because it only shredded halfway. It's probably going to be one of its most sought after piece of work.
Yeah. True. He's a clever marketing guy, isn't he? Clever. Very clever.
Banksy's cool, man. I
Yeah,
don't
to
know.
say his artwork sucks.
I'm not into it. I'm not into his art or anything, but I like that move. Yep. See, black dot. The shredder was built into the frame. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. To me, it was like, suck it to you. You want to pay for nothing, but it didn't work. It didn't work because it only shredded halfway. So the art is still there. But and because of what he's done, that's gonna be worth so much. If that one on Rick was worth $1 million, could you imagine how much that one's worth?
Yeah. It's crazy. That's why his artwork sort of gets stolen. I mean, he did an artwork on this building.
Yeah.
And someone actually took out the bloody thing, didn't they? It was like,
took the wall out. Took the whole
wall out or something like that. It's crazy. Isn't it?
I think it was plaster, but they carefully took it. It was basically a wall they took.
Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
What's some dough, man? So if you see a piece of Banksy, man, and nobody ain't spotted it, take it. Because he does verify his work. I don't know how you would get it verified, but according to the expert on Rick's show, he says he does verify his work. Right.
Okay.
So where was we? Sorry, man.
Yeah, I got off track. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Australian thing. Hey, Jamming Music Man, how's it going, brother? Nice to see you.
How you doing, man?
Well, man?
Once I get these papers looked together, I'll come back for you.
Yeah. This family. Okay, first things first. Not that bright. Their stories are not coherent. They're a bit exaggerated with their claims. Also, the explanation for the tire bursting, that changed. It would be good to actually have like a proper timeline, like in the interviews, which were a lot of them for that time. They were literally on the scene quite a bit. What was the timeline?
That's what I'm saying, because he's got the whole interview, but it's disjointed. This
is it. I think the last clip should have been the first one.
Maybe I should have untangled it, but I didn't know. I thought, but anyways, that's what thought does, mate.
Yes, you can blame trauma, being scared, part of not remembering, but this was a 90-minute ordeal, an hour and a half. Okay, that's a long time. Okay, despite the 15 minutes of them hiding behind a tree or bush, you still had half an hour of this object, and they couldn't give a proper description. I've seen videos of people looking at balls of light for about 10 seconds. They got a proper description of it. And this is an object that was easily seen. It was over the car, for Christ's sake. It lifted their car and engulfed it. So, and the odd thing is that there's no radiation. No radiation. Something doesn't quite feel right. The dents on the car doesn't make sense.
They could have been there before. They could have been there before.
Again, not brightest of families, but the whole thing for me, Hidden, does not make sense. Doesn't make sense. Something doesn't feel right. Put it that way.
But what about now? What about the other witnesses? The fishermen?
The fishermen, yeah. Should I see if there's a video on that? From their actual accounts.
No. You should see. I don't think they will be. Because I think what's his name? I'm not being dismissive, but what's his name? Cinema. Eyes on Cinema.
Yeah.
I think he would have, but then again, he didn't have the bus guy in there. So maybe. See, I think something happened. Because if it was not for the other eyewitnesses, and in their disjointed explanation, and it's the one startling similarity is the voice thing. That now when we're talking about, like you emphasized, the tuna fishing people, it weren't just one person. How many was it? 6, 8?
It was a crew.
A crew? So what would a crew be? 6, 8? Let's say 6. Imagine. Let's say 6. So then you got 6 other people saying about, because it was, they all reported this tuna boat, all reported it. And they wouldn't have had time. There's no way they would have had time to corroborate facts or anything, or, hey, let's say this happened, I'll say that happened, and we got it right. They wouldn't have had time to do that. That's not possible.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find more information on the actual fishermen themselves. Let's have a look.
It's probably going to have to be. It's going to have to be with the police, isn't it? Because they reported it to the police, the Western Australia police.
No, I can't see anything. Can't see anything about the fisherman, unfortunately. I'm not too sure on this one as an overall conclusion on this, buddy. I'm finding it a bit like, I'll remain open-minded. I'm just not too sure.
Yeah,
it don't seem.
I'm not
believable.
I'm sure something happened to him. I'm sure something happened to him. I can't say what, and never mind. I'm not going to say that.
What's that? Go on.
No, I just. It's the tire thing that really gets me. I don't know why he said that later on, because that just kind of makes it odd. Mm-hmm. And I know people want to say trauma, but nah, that's a pretty big thing to be witnessing and wanting to happen to forget.
I would say Actually, what Black Dot is saying here, haven't they come forward in the past 30 years?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see any recent things in it, Nick?
No. I've had a look. Couldn't see anything. In recent years, I know a lot of YouTube channels have actually covered this. But overall, I can't see any interviews from them.
February 1988 was the last time, according to AI.
Right. Okay. So they practically did what, a month, and then it was like, boom, we're out of here. Thanks for the money.
Must see that the AI is wrong there, because they must have came back in the 90s.
Yeah, because that clip we saw looked like in the early 90s, isn't it?
It did. So, yeah, I don't know, Nick, man. I don't know with this one.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either, buddy. I'm not too sure either. I'm trying to find any latest episodes.
I'd have been all for it if they stayed with the tire thing. I think something happened out there. I think they saw something because of the other witnesses. If it was just them alone telling their tale, man, nobody was around to see it. But there was other people around that saw things, saw something, saw a light in the sky. Let's be except for the tuna boat people who claimed it was a vessel they saw.
But I can't find any information on that in terms of like news reports. This is it. I'm not really finding anything that's quite conclusive to back that up.
Okay.
That's just my personal research into that. But okay.
So that could be the whole UFO lore into it. Let's throw in the tuna boat people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibility. I mean, there's one thing I wanted to look into. I just had a quick Google search into this, and that was the soot and residue left over that was inside the car, not the outside.
Okay.
The inside. And so the Australian UFO researcher Keith Basterfield, eventually obtained one part of the original police sample. The material was examined by using a scanning electron microscope, an SEM, and electro distributive X-ray, EDX. And in here, it states that analysts identified two types of particles: sodium chloride, which is ordinary salt crystals, and clay particles containing common elements including sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, sulfate, chloride, potassium, calcium, and traces amounts of iron and possible copper. So there we go. So the conclusion that the materials consisted of ordinary materials, dust and clay, and with nothing that suggests an unknown manufactured materials or anything exotic. So there we go, hidden. So it's pretty much basically dust from whatever material. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah. I'm not too sure. The thing is like, you think about these extraterrestrial crafts, we're thinking that there's going to be like a new element that's being put onto the periodic table. Is that right? The table of all the elements basically in there. But I think our universe is made of the same compounds. So I think whatever's coming out from space is the same material. I think we're looking to maybe got all the minerals to make our planet and make us already here. So what's the difference? I mean, we're technically aliens ourselves to the aliens out there. Do you know what I mean? So what's the difference in terms of materials and elements compared to what's in space? Do you know what I mean? Just saying. So this is why they're picking up these.
I'm only asking a question.
Do Just asking a very sketchy question, yes. But you see what I'm saying? You know, I've got nothing to back that up with because we haven't really explored space, you know, entirely, let alone our bloody oceans. So there we go. That's just my thought. Isotopic ratios. Interesting. Or isotopes, according to Science Evidence Fringe. Yeah, I would agree, Jumpstick. Not ball lightning. No, I wouldn't think so.
I don't think
I'm
of
not
media.
too sure.
I don't know. I don't know myself.
No, definitely not a meteor. It's either one, they experienced something, or two, they're faking it to make money because they went and, well, they came and went quite quickly, didn't they? Let's see if disclosures happened.
But did they ever write? Did they ever write a book?
No. Oh, hold on. 2 seconds.
I bet somebody cheeky.
Okay.
I bet somebody cheeky came along and wrote a book for him.
So as far as available evidence show, no, the Knowles family did not write a book about their encounters. How many interviews?
I'm waiting for it to come out on free. When it comes out on free, I'm watching it.
What's that?
Spielberg.
Oh, Disclosure Day. So there's no definitive proof about how many interviews they did. What about TV appearances? I quite like Disclosure Day. I quite liked it. But bear in mind, I had like 3 cocktails before I went in. Oh, hold on. I put something through AI. Hold on. So I said, what about TV appearances? So they did make several TV appearances in the weeks immediately following the incident, but they did not become long-term media personalities. Most of their TV appearances occurred in January and early of 1988. After that, they largely disappeared from the public eye. The original Australian TV interview was in January of 1988. The interview was the most researched and well known at the time. In the 1990s and later, the stories appeared in the program such as sightings, encounters, and numerous Australian and international UFO documentaries, usually using archive footage or reenactments rather than new investigations.
Yeah. Shame, because I'd like to hear the Knowles family. How old would they be then? He was the boy was, what did you say? Somebody said in chat, I think they said he was 25 when he was given that interview in 88. So how old would he be now? Must be in his 60s.
So I just put, are the family members still around? As far as a public record shows, yet at least some of the members of the Knowles family are believed to still be alive. There's no verified reports of Frey Knowles, Sean, Patrick, and Wayne. So yeah, they're just gone, man.
I don't even think I'd find them. 62. He'd be 62, so he could still be alive, man.
Yeah. So nearly 4 decades after the incident, the Knowles families have largely remained out of the public eye, as they, as far as the public record shows, there are no viable reports that any of the 4 participant witnesses have passed away, but they have chosen to live private lives, which I understand completely, and have not continued to promote their stories through books and regular media appearances, unlike Heine Musan. So yeah, I would say, yeah, yeah, I guess it's a noble thing to do when you had that sort of experience, not to come into the public eye. So I keep seeing this black shadow like behind me. What's that all about? But yeah, I can't find anything else. But I'm not too sure, mate. I'm really scratching my head on this one. I can't make a conclusion. Cannot make a conclusion.
See, if it was just their story, I'd be like, yeah. But because there's other stories, okay, let's take the fisherman off because, like you're saying, I can't find a paper trail. So let's take that off the thing. We've got other people that have came on. We saw the video of the bus driver, the coach driver who claimed his passengers also saw it. I'm saying he claimed that. We didn't get none of them. Also the truck driver who came and visited them. And then the other, and then, so people saw something.
So I tell you what, bring this up. This is the only source related to the fisherman, but it mentions something else here. Okay, so this is from the Los Angeles Times.
Oh dear.
Yes, I know, but look at the date. January the 21st of 1988.
Wow. So that's right on top of it.
So this is basically this article right here. So it says, so this is from the Los Angeles Times.
I'm going to pull it up full screen. Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you could.
Oh. Let me see.
No, it's fine. So motorist fishermen report close encounter, UFO visited, reduced Australians to babbling. Okay, so this is January the 21st of 1988. Okie dokie. Oh, we're on full screen. Beautiful. Okay, so this is from that time period. So Sydney, hold on. We're all good. So Sydney, Australia, 2 groups of people reported near simultaneous encounters with an unidentified flying object, and police said today they are taking the reports seriously. A family of 4 said that the car was chased by an egg cup-shaped object along a remote stretch of outback highway, plucked from the ground and covered in ash. Wednesday morning, police reported. So this is it. Look, the crew of a tuna boat 50 miles away also said they saw. They said that they were buzzed by an unidentified flying object minutes later, and their voices became
unintelligible.
As a result. So Frey Knowles, a mother of 3, said that the police, that her speech, and that the sons, Sean 21, Patrick 24, and Wayne 18, changed during the encounter along No Tree Highway. So the police dismissed the... Oh my God, it's my cat. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, my cat came into my frame of view and scared the piss out of me. Come on then. So it says police dismissed any suggestions of a hoax. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's from the police. It's just a very short article. We were a little bit skeptical at first, said Sergeant Jim Furnell of Cedua Police.
From the police, yeah.
In the state of South Australia. But after investigations, we were treating the reports very seriously. I can't barely read them. He said forensic scientists would examine the black powdery ash found inside the outside Knowles car. He said the crew of a tuna boat could have not been known about the Knowles experiences, where they reported a UFO sighting in the Great Australia Bight, a body of water off the Australian coast. Did that make right? Does it make sense? A body of water off the Australian coast. Yes.
Off.
And that's it. Off. No, it's of. It's of. Off there. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, that is just the only article I can find in regards of the fisherman.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh, Moody. I was like the family right there. I was like really nervous reading that. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure.
It's the fishing boat one.
Yeah, the fishing boat. Yeah, because it comes
But
from that London Times. We haven't
you
seen
ain't got,
the
but
report.
you ain't got like, who did you report it to? Where are you getting your reports from? I mean, the policeman did rest. No, I'm talking like New York, the LA Times. Like, you know, it was also reported to the police, but I don't know if that goes with an understanding that it did go to the police, because the police officer seems to be openly. He mentioned that in summarizing it, didn't he? Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna cheat a little bit here. So I just asked Grok if there's any more further information in regards to the tuna fishermen. So the tuna boat is one of the most intriguing, but also one of the least documented aspects of the Knowles case. Unfortunately, the crew were never interviewed publicly in the same way as the Knowles family. So most of what we know comes from the police statements made to the press in days after the incident rather than the fishermen themselves. Okay, so according to South Australia Police, whilst the Knowles families were experiencing their encounter on the Nullarbor Plain, the crew of a commercial tuna fishing boat was working in the Great Australia Bight, approximately 50 miles away, blah, blah, blah. We all know that, and that's what they reported. But yes, in terms of the object, it was, again, a bright, unidentified object, or buzzed as one word would say. But there's really no substance to this. Do you know what I mean, mate? What did the police think of the significant? Well, we know that. What do we know about the boat? Unfortunately, nothing. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell where this story really originated from. Was it just made up? I can't trace it to.
Well, they're saying it went to the police, and the police were the ones that released it.
Yeah, I just can't find nothing on it though. It's just the Los Angeles Times.
You might have to do further digging, check their archives, because you know it was Western Australia Police. That's for another time though. But I would dig their archives and see if they got it, or even look into because being it's a UFO sighting, yeah, it would be under the Australian UFO archives. It would be in there. Because I reckon this was a pretty big case in Australia. You know, we should have one to talk about this. I might. Well, we've already done it now. I should have waited. That's what's his name, Mr. Larson? No, what's his name? Grant.
Oh, Grant Levac.
Yeah, Levac. I was trying to figure out his last name. Should ask Grant. Grant might have dug into this. I don't know if he's I don't know if he just focuses on one case.
That'd be a good idea, mate. That'd be a good idea.
Well, we've done it already.
Yeah, I know, but still about this case, because you might know a bit more about it. Can't find nothing on the fishermen. I've looking everywhere for the original article about the fishermen. Can't find it. Or the police report as well.
It's going to be somebody. It's going to be in the archives. Grant is the best guy to ask on that one, because he knows that like the back of his hand, man. He's probably got like four different windows open on that.
Yeah.
So I can hit him up and ask him about the Fisher boat. Is there any police reports on that for this case?
So the reports remain in the archives of South America Police and has never been released. Okay, it may have been destroyed under the records restriction policies if they would consider it as a routine incident. It may still exist, but has never been requested or released under Freedom of Information
Act legislation. We could get Grant to get it.
Good do. Hit him
I'm
up.
gonna,
See if he's done
I'm
any
gonna ask Grant.
information on this.
I'm gonna ask Grant if he'll do the Freedom of Information Act. Yeah. How about that? Should we do it? Yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna hit him up, man. I'll hit him up tomorrow.
Yeah, mate. That'd be good. That would be good. But yeah, I'm not too sure on this one, mate. I actually say in the current affairs, as we're supposed to have disclosure within the next. Oh, what's it? Is it? It's kind of like 9. Is it 8 o'clock in America at the moment? So we've still got a bit of time.
Documentary. Well, the documentary released 3 weeks ago, though.
For what?
Disclosure. That fascinating documentary that Steven Spielberg was at the helm of.
Yes, that's it. In one aspect, yes, that is disclosure. Yes.
He made a sequel. He made a sequel. It's coming out in 8 hours.
I would believe this family more than Mark Christopher Lee's testimony that the fact that we're going to get disclosure within the next 5 hours time. It's not looking good. But I would believe the family more than him. So that's saying something. That's ballsy, mate. Hello, cat. Hello. So there we go.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm so low.
So that's it, man. That's it. I'm a bit iffy on this one.
Yeah, I'm a bit iffy too. I'm a bit iffy.
Well, good story, nonetheless. Good story.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 for effort.
Yeah, guys, what do you think in chat? What do you think in chat? What do you reckon about this one? Put 1 for real, 2. Actually, no. Put A for real, B for fake, and C. Not too sure. Put the countdown music, please, Hidden.
Yeah. I listened to his traffic control recording of that. Have you ever heard of this one?
No, I haven't, mate. No.
He said that the object's right over him.
Interesting.
It's really good. Really, shame for him.
Is that from 1978?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the recording, man, of it as well.
So we have John Strokes, Drumstick, Megatruth, Black Dot, and Sadie all saying C, which is not too sure. Which is like 50-50, basically. Don't know. Maybe something happened.
It's entertaining.
Remain open-minded. Yeah.
It's entertaining.
This is the entertaining side of ufology.
I don't know what happened because I do think something happened with the family. But I just don't understand what's going on here.
Now they see that ufology is a bit more less stigmatized. They might come forward. What if they look the same?
Would they have dishonest haircuts so we could tell a mile away?
Do they still have teeth? Because a lot of them had teeth missing. Did you not notice that?
Well, they'll be in good company with me. Yeah. I don't know, man.
The tuna fisherman kind of backs up the story. Yeah, for sure. Signs of evidence fringe, but it was only till like 10 minutes before the show Hidden was like, oh, did you hear about the fisherman? And then, yeah, okay, I used AI just to sort of help me out a little bit. But I couldn't find the original police report or the original...
Well, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that.
Well, yeah.
We know where it is. We know where it is if it's still there. Well, there's only one way we're going to find out what that report says. And that's through the Freedom of Information Act. So
yeah,
I'm going to ask Grant if he'd do that for us and see if I'll tell him I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
They could have simply just shredded it as in policies back then. I'm as far back where I can remember where the government only kept your records for 8 years.
It's a bit like is a bit like having a points to the license after like 4 years. They just get rid of it, and then we've all had points in our license. You know, some had 9, some had 12.
It's a way lot different. The only thing they don't get rid of is your criminal record, but it's a way lot different than getting a point taken and added and subtracted from your license. It's like your whole being there. They just throw away. You try and get records from these places of your existence 10 years ago. They're like, we ain't got that. We don't back up that far. It's insane.
Good point.
It's insane.
Good point.
So I can understand 88. That's right around the time frame.
Okay.
They might, but we could be lucky. Could be lucky. I can't see it being their report of anything of significant to them because nobody was injured. You know what I mean? Nothing was stolen. It was just, hey, we saw a UFO. It's only if the police officers think, hey, you know what? Let's put this aside. But they might not. They might say, yeah, them fishermen had a bit too much rum and saw Venus. Or what would my man say? They saw ocean gas because it ain't the swamp. It was ocean gas they saw, man. Drinking that rum.
Oh, fascinating. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it really. We'll see. Any more testimonies come forward, we'll definitely pick it back up again. So yeah. Still no disclosure though. I'll just check X one more time.
Well, don't they normally schedule it for a Friday?
No, we've been told July the 8th, according to Mr. Expert. The man in the loop.
Well, who's going to do? Is this something that Trump is going to give that speech again? Because that's what I've been seeing. Is that it?
Yeah, a disclosure speech.
It's going to be a bit hard.
Roswell.
It's going to be a bit hard for him to do it. Because at the moment, he's in Turkey, he's in Turkey.
Well, we got an expert. His name's Mark Christopher Lee. He's been banging on for months that the fact is going to happen. It's not only is going to happen, we're going to get crash retrievals, the history and final truth on Roswell, the reverse engineering is happening. I'm just being very sarcastic here, but no, it's obviously a load of nonsense. But yes, that drumstick NATO meeting, NATO meeting in Turkey, yeah. July the 8th. That's what we've been told.
What I don't get though, see, this is the thing. He did it once, and he got pwned. He got pwned by a very famous guy, didn't he? When he said it was so-and source's source, and somebody chimed in and said, "No, it ain't you twat."
Yeah. It was Robert Bigelow from previous owner of Skillmore.
No, ain't that what he said? It was his source. That's who he said was the source, ain't it?
Yeah.
And then somebody else in like Bigelow's field turned around and called him an asshole. Said,
it was George
Knapp.
George Knapp.
George Knapp's dropped the mic on him, man. So here it is, people. From when that's happened once, why even give the man the time of day? You know what I mean?
So Monkey Silly Doo says, I just want to watch Nick eat crow, claws and beaks live on YouTube. Well, I'm not going live for the next couple of weeks, mate. So if it does happen, I'll be hiding just like those Australian families. And eventually when I have the guts, I'll be like, I got it wrong. But mate, it's not going to happen. We've got 8 hours to go. All thereof. What's that in America? 8 hours behind? So it's...
Man, Trump's on Truth Nation right now, messing around. Ain't no speech going to happen. Then he's going to get some sleep. Then he's going to get up. Then he's going to tell people, you know what? Bomb that country over there.
Like you said that today. Yeah.
Then he'll get on the phone again, and then he'll say, what's the polls on the Epstein files? Do people still want to see him yet? And they're saying, yeah, people still want to see him. So then he says, you know what? Let's throw some more bombs at these people now. So we'll get them talking about the bombing that's going on.
Let's get these representatives to talk about, you know,
don't forget about the Epstein files. Oh, yeah, let's throw the ones over there. Let's throw them the UFO disclosure thing. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Yeah, let's do that. As long as they don't ask for the Epstein files. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know
We
what I
know how
mean?
things go here. This is it. We know how things go here, Hidden. Yeah. It's quite obvious. It's quite obvious. So yeah, I understand. Yeah, but no, I like the quote that you're saying. Don't get angry because it was clearly obvious. This is it. I like that quote because I was a bit frustrated earlier when I made my video. I was like, "You people are not paying attention there. You're not going to get the truth." But you're right.
I wouldn't even let him live in my head rent free. The guy's proven to be a jerk off.
Yeah. Attention seeker is like these TikTok influencers that just want attention.
It doesn't matter.
You know what it's like.
It doesn't matter what these people want to do. It's the air and space that we allow them to do it. That's why I wouldn't even look on what was going down with this fool. Because I saw something about it and I thought, oh, is this again? There we go again. When will people learn? You know what I mean? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's how it goes, brother.
Yeah, I like that quote. Because it's true, isn't it? Very, very true.
You got yourself to blame. Not me. Not him, I mean, sorry. I just don't know the audacity that these guys can go to do shit like that. It's just funny. It's just funny, man. It's funny because it seems like, look, I am happy to swallow any credibility I have of myself just to spew bullshit. And if you're happy to do that, and if you want to get your clicks and views and ad revenues and your sweet donations, fair enough. Sell your credibility, man. Sell it. You know, because if he wouldn't do it if nobody was buying. Look how he backed off when he got called out.
Oh yeah, but he backtracked then, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he did. But how many people listened to his backtracking? Not as many people that listened to him when he was saying it was all going to go down because he got inside information.
Yeah. But when you call yourself the king of UFOs,
I'm not the king. And don't he call himself the god of UFOs?
No,
is it the king?
No, the king of UFOs.
Oh yeah, I'll take it back then. He's still a dick for doing that, but I'll take it back. He should have said a king of UFOs, so he would come up first in the algorithm.
Beautiful.
Nah. It's a game, man. It's a game, and everyone's playing it. Always just say, know the lane, pick your lane, but never be afraid to step out of other lanes, because only how you're going to know the game is if you understand it. But these guys are straight up cons, man. Straight up cons. You can't see it.
Yeah. It's quite obvious now, isn't it? I think 2026 has been a major letdown for a lot of people who are possibly new to the field, but it just goes to show that we're just taken for a ride here. You know, it's like, I don't want to name these people. Somebody says to me,
I'm getting the suntan off of that.
You know this person, and he says to me, Nick, you probably want to lean into disclosure a bit more. And I was like, why? I said, we're not going to get disclosure. He says, yeah, but the thing is, you want to
Whinge
keep
on
the
about it.
excitement.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to keep the excitement for people. You want to keep them on their toes. I said, yeah, but that will give a false perspective of me to approach the subject, because I say it like it is, and this is not me being snobby, but I need a t-shirt saying "I told you so," because everything I said this year in terms of the files, the tranches, the video footage, the Mark Christopher Lee, all these predictions have been right. Nothing's happening. It's just, and people are starting to catch on to that now. And I don't want to give that fake version of me, because people know me, how I preach, or how I approach ufology. I'm a true believer, but my God, I've got a critical thinking brain, and we need to really analyze here. You know, you do get people that fake stuff. You do get your real incidences.
So basically, your friend's telling you to trade in your credibility for more views.
Yes, that was it. And I was like, no, because my audience know me, and that is why they stick around, because I say it like it is and say, look, we've got some major faults here, guys. You know,
that's not some good advice, is it?
There we go. And I blank refuse to chase those people. You know what I mean? You know, if you want to believe, if you're a true believer, that's absolutely fine. But probably want to take a closer look.
Maybe there's a different angle, because I've seen people that have been successful, but they haven't changed their views.
Like who?
Christina Gomez.
Hmm.
I seen her from the very beginning. You know,
but it's sign to the believers. This is it, which I understand there is a community behind that to keep the mystique.
No. She kind of tells it how it is, but it's the way she reports on it. She's found her style. She's done it good.
I hear you, brother.
She hasn't sold out. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm.
You know, where she could have gone the one way, she ain't. She kept it.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of her. Proud of her.
Yeah, it's good stuff, I have to admit. But yeah, that's just my thought on that. It's
and I think Rich has pretty much stayed the same, hasn't he?
I don't know, don't watch.
He's got that bad, has he?
I don't know. I just don't watch. That's it, really.
Because he's always been angry. He's always been angry at everyone.
Yeah,
that's always been his spiel, hasn't it?
Yeah, but when people are like that, it just puts me off. And the last thing I want to hear that is first thing in the morning is someone like, you know, I don't know. I'm watching in ages, so yeah, it just puts me down. You know, I don't want that sort of stuff.
But
I know I can be a bit negative.
I don't think Rich is sold out. I think Rich has played been pretty much the same, angry and aggressive. But it's truthology. It's truthology for ufology.
I have no idea.
I bet he smoked a giant joint, and he said, "You know, I need a catchphrase: truthology for ufology." And he went with that.
No idea. Absolutely no idea.
Love it, brother.
But yeah. But
I think the best thing to always do is do you.
Exactly. Yeah. Because you will find your audience. You will do. You will.
Or you'll just have a good time doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I understand both sides of the coin. You see, it's where you want to walk.
Mm-hmm.
That's the question, because I do understand if you want to grow your channel, you may want to lean a certain way. You may want to do this, and the algorithms will surely help that, because if you go with the flow, the algorithms will love that. But it's you get what I'm trying to say. It's all madness.
Yeah, it's chasing the itch.
I always feel that people. Sorry.
No, carry on. What are you saying?
Well, I just always feel that people in this world want the thing that is lacking in this world is honesty and dignity and respect for oneself. And I think that as a person, like talking to you guys out there and talking to you, Nick, I think that That's what people want. Like I always say to you guys out there, and I've said it to you a couple of times, it's not money I'm chasing, because it's not money you're giving me. It's time. And you know what I mean? Yeah, that's why if I make a video, man, and it's like 5 minutes long and it's crap, man, I feel guilty. I really feel guilty. I do. I honestly do, because I wasted 5 minutes of your day. And I have apologized in the comments when people have come up to me and said that. I'm sorry for wasting your time then. If you see it that way, that's not my intention. I didn't intend to waste your time, but I'm sorry for doing so.
I understand, brother. I understand.
So I'm just always saying, Nick, do you find where you're comfortable at. That's the same advice I give Christina. And she found herself. She's comfortable where she's at. You got to find your style, how you want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is it. I really wanted to sneeze then, so I was like really holding it back. But no, you're right. You're right. You need to just be your authentic self. This is it. It might come across a bit negative and all that, but you need honesty from people. And I see a lot of these channels are just riding the bandwagon. Disclosure is happening soon, guys. Trump's going to be the disclosure president. It's like, you need to critically think. You know what I mean?
And then
no disrespect.
And then on the same hand, there are videos out there. Jesus Christ, man, I'm getting a suntan here. Right. Damn, it's hot enough. If it ain't hot enough outside, the screen got to remind me how hot it is out in space.
Jeez. You lit up
thank
a
you.
Christmas tree.
Let's go to the nebulas now. Thank you very much. But I even lost my train of thought, man, on that one.
We were talking about being yourself. I forgot. We were talking about something.
Someone's burning my ass. That's what Damn. Did you guys feel the brightness on you over there? How?
I did.
Has anyone else had a UFO sighting? Anyone else? Hold on, I can't read, man. Let me put it up. There we go.
Dear.
Has anyone else seen and got evidence of a UFO? Yeah.
No.
I'll show you my evidence. I actually have a UFO with an alien. That's my evidence. That's the best evidence I got. See, the thing is, I agree with you sightings though, man, because like the last one I had, the first words that came to my mouth when I saw it weren't, I need to go get my camera and my phone or anything. I was like, what the F?
Mm-hmm.
And it only lasted seconds. If I said 10 seconds, that's probably overestimating.
But you got a pretty good look at it, yeah. In that 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, I can only describe the light of it, and I would have presumed that it was one object, not it. Only two explanations. It was 5 objects. Sorry, it was 5 objects, either in sequence or the light, following, like they were in a V formation,
right?
And either they were following or they were a part of the craft, which I like to think they were a part of. Well, I kind of do think they were a part of the craft. I shouldn't say I like to think. I do think they were a part of the whole. But it was in this V-shape from that damn sun. It's in this V-shaped formation, and not a good screensaver. But as it went over me, I just had this feeling that it knew I was watching it, and it turned its lights off. It just boom, the lights just went off. I'm not saying it, disappeared, but they didn't like disappear, fly off or anything. They were there and then they weren't. It wasn't a gradual thing. It was like boom, all the lights went off all at the same time.
Did you see them blinking? Like,
nope.
flapping.
No flapping, no blinking.
Okay, I was gonna say birds then.
Nah, this thing was way up there, man. This thing was way up there. It was way up there.
Well, the only thing that I have seen is weather balloons. I've filmed those weather balloons, balls of light in the sky. But one thing that really caught my attention was the 23rd of April of 2009, because that's when I was filming I was massive like Kemi. I was like filming like all these trails in the sky, and I saw hidden that looked like the Aurora aircraft, like looking underneath it, basically. Very high up, very, very, very high up, more than expected. And I just saw this glimpse of this object, and I got the binoculars and I had a little look, and yes, indeed, I found it looked like the bottom of the Aurora. You know, the Aurora project from. It's not a triangle, but it's more elongated.
It's more like an arrowhead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like that, but it was like triangle.
Or I
but
mean,
not triangle.
I should say it's spearhead, because you're right. It's more elongated.
Yeah. But it was basically like, hold on. Do it like. Basically like that. Yeah, that's a really bad drawing. But yeah, there we go. It looked like that. Underneath. Yeah, black. Completely black. There you go.
But in our game, unfortunately, no picture means no evidence.
Exactly. We need evidence this time. We need evidence.
That's why it's bad. It's bad. It's bad sometimes.
And well, I do have evidence of the Aurora. I've actually got it right here. And here is the picture of the Aurora. And if you look really closely right there's a picture of me and Hidden on the Aurora, and Hidden with long hair is smoking a spliff.
Oh dear.
There's your evidence. There's your evidence.
There's your evidence. I think that's good evidence there, man. That sold me.
But Slim, no, it wasn't Stealth Bomber. No, Stealth Bomber is a bit more. Oh, they're a bit more wider, aren't they? This was definitely like this. But again, that's the proof in the pudding. Being hidden, riding the Aurora, but hidden smoking a spliff. Confirmation, science evidence fringe. There we go. Enjoy. There's your disclosure right there.
Yeah, still more than what. Never mind.
I think I'm going to sneeze.
All right.
I'm all right.
Well, what are you talking about on Friday?
Oh God. So, the beautiful people of Alien Addict. I am decided to take a couple of weeks off of live streams. You get your one documentary and probably one updated video of me rambling about various things in ufology. But in terms of live streams, I don't know. We'll see. I'll put, if I do feel like it, I will put the show up on a Thursday. But I just need a break, Hidden. I just need a break. Because I no disrespect to other channels out there, but I am consumed by ufology. It has run my life like you would not believe. It's on a continuous basis. I'm always researching, trying to build material up for it's every day. It's every single day, and I think I need just a week or two just to sort of refresh the batteries, because I think I'm coming across a bit negative in some of the videos I've been doing. I think the word is frustration more than anything, because we just keep getting let down. I'm just like, it's just get tiresome. So yeah, we'll see. But you need to
Don't
get
take it to heart. Don't take it to heart, man. It's how the game's played.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But what you got going on, Hidden? What's your plans, buddy?
Well, I've got nothing going on. I'm waiting to see my son again because my edited suite is a lot fixed. I went to do a video the other day, and it's if you know the process, it's rendering it really fast.
Okay.
So it's not so I'm still not at that stage where it's fixed because my son works. It's him having free time.
Technology. But what I was planning to do, cat's hair. What I was planning to do, maybe on a Friday show, I got this book, UFO Contact from ACT, ACT. Another rare book from Rendell C. Stevens. Hello to you in chats if you're in. But yeah, might talk about that. We'll see. But do you like my collection? My very expensive collection of UFO books. All that there is about $4,000 worth. It's stupid. It's ridiculous.
It's what you love, man.
Yeah.
So you only live once. It's better to have than not.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds very elitist, doesn't it?
It is actually a little bit, yeah. But no, guys, thank you so much, and we'll be back next Wednesday. We'll have a live show. God knows what we're talking about. No idea.
That's it, man. That's it. There you go. So I'm stoned. The story's 50-50. That's it, man. That's it.
Sweet.
I think overall something happened. I do think overall something happened. I'm going to get my man Gavin. I will remember that. That is a mental note to write to Grant. See, I wrote to Gavin, said, "Hey, can you do the freedom of information?" He say, "This is Gavin, man. Who the hell you want?" So I write to Grant. I got Grant.
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
We'll get all that sorted. So I can't see myself doing any videos. So look out for pop-up live streams just in case any good videos pop up, man. I might have to cover it that way, just do a live show until this is sorted.
Okay,
I miss making videos, guys. I really do. So that's it, man. I'm just gonna get high and go outside. I'm gonna go watch the sky. But that's often, you know, something, Nick. I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you like physically go outside and look at the sky with your eyes?
Yeah, of course I did. Did it last
night.
night.
Right. Yeah, okay, sweet. Now, have you ever noticed things flashing?
Yeah, I've got video footage of it. So I film the skies 24 hours a day.
Okay. No, hold up, because I want to go anyways. But I just wanted to ask you, man, because you've seen that. How many of you guys in the chat seen this? Any clue what this is?
Is it just like a big flash like that?
Yeah, but sometimes they do it more than once.
Yeah, guys in chat, what do you reckon?
Do you know what I'm on about?
Yeah, I see them all the time on my time lapse videos.
And do they behave like, not on a time lapse, with your eyes?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
with your eyes.
I yes, for my eyes. Yeah.
Okay, and how do they behave?
Go bright, dim down, bright, and then dim down again.
Do they flash?
Some flash quickly like that, and that's it.
Yeah, I've always wondered what that was. See, the reason why I asked that, a couple of months ago, I saw a thread going down in Reddit, and they were talking about this phenomena.
Okay.
And it's very interesting how many people said, you know what, I've experienced this, I've seen them. No, they're not planes and all that, man. I mean, there's no excuse for those flares being in Birmingham. Those kind of flares. There's no excuse. They're not planes or nothing. They're stationary lights, but they they flash. Sometimes they flash into existence and then they're gone again. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, is it like an instant flash?
Sometimes.
1336, hold on. I've actually 2 seconds.
Oh, you got something there. Do you want me to put it up now?
Wait a minute, not that one. It's actually this one.
Put it up. I'll put it big screen.
Okay, you got it? Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right, no worries. I'm just going to move that over here. Fantastic. So if you have a little look where my arrow is. Oh, it's not showing. Bollocks. Okay, see where my arrow is here?
Yeah.
Wait for it.
No. Yeah.
Wait for it. Wait for it. See that there?
Don't go back.
See that? Okay, so we're going to do that. Get rid of that. Oh, I can go over there. Right, watch this.
Oh, really?
See that there? See that there? Like that. So right here, you see it turn on. I tell you, let's put speed down a little bit. Is that what you're talking about?
It could be.
There we go. See that one flashed there? Pretty cool, isn't it? There we go. But yeah, I filmed the skies 24 hours, track the sky at night. But yeah, it's hard to tell, isn't it? These objects.
Well, I'm going to go out and have a look tonight, see what I see.
Yeah.
And I won't be taking my phone as per usual. So it'll be like, I saw something. Trust me, bro. But that's unfortunately that's how I am. I'm not going to stand outside on a nice night and smoke a joint and look at my phone.
Yeah, I understand.
I like looking up. I like feeling that when I look up at something, I really feel like I'm part of a bigger something.
It makes you feel how small you are, isn't it, on this planet?
And your imprint makes a difference. Ain't that wild?
True. Very true. Just checking X for disclosure. Nope, nothing yet. Just a bunch of AI nonsense.
Oh, well. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe you might wake up and that might be there with your eggs and bacon. Sure, I'm surprised he ain't knocked out no AI stuff. No, I'm surprised he ain't done that.
Yeah,
because that's exactly what I would have done. I'd have dropped out some AI crap and say, "Well, I got it from my source. I didn't know it was AI."
Oh no, he did do an AI video.
Did he?
Not video, a photograph, yeah, with him, with the alien in handcuffs. Could you not remember that?
Oh, you mean Trump?
Yeah, he's the one that posted it.
Yeah, no, I'm on about my man. the king of UFOs.
Oh, king
Yeah,
of UFOs.
Trump will do anything to get away from a certain files. He'll do anything. He'll do anything. He'll do anything, and it's awful. It's awful. It's awful.
Yeah,
that's why as much as I love Mr. Larson, his message of peace and hope, I can't buy it at the moment. I don't see that. And there was like a part of it that he didn't want to discuss, which was the yin to the yang side of it. He did say, "Oh yeah, as the reverse, there are also these bad gods, and they have 3 layers as well."
Cryptic.
But he didn't want to. He didn't want to discuss that. That's where I wanted to talk about, because I can't see much love in all this around me. I want there to be, and I'm surely not going out there because when I'm walking past the people that picking up their kids from school, we're all pleasant to each other. You know what I mean? Sometimes we even strike up conversations with each other. So it's not. I don't. But when I look around about what's happening. Because now my man's dug in so far with Iran, he's going to bomb them, and the oil prices already shot up. It's just all us lot feel the punch, because this man wants to get so far away from the files. We should just take his punishment. But it's still mad how not people that no one over in America has been arrested over these files. That's still insane.
Yeah, so I said that in one of my videos. I says I find it very strange how it's like, look at Prince Andrew. Look at this. It's like, well, hold on a minute. We've got these other. You think about these files, mate. Someone had to redact the names. Was it the government? Was it the people above the government? But someone knows.
DOJ. It was DOJ, the same organization that Trump tried to get the files to go through, because they don't want them through.
Yeah,
they got him now, ain't they? Well, he set up his own people in them services now too. So I strongly believe. I'm gonna say this. I strongly believe, man, that. No, I ain't gonna say it, man. Fuck it. It's gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, be careful, mate. This is YouTube. And we're England. There's no free speech here, fortunately.
I just don't. I just can't sit there and be quiet and look at things when something is really wrong here. Really wrong here. I mean, we have Cameron ever since they found out about Mandelson. And Mandelson ain't gone to jail. Nothing's coming with Mandelson, even though we got photographs of him. And there is a young girl in one of the photographs where he's just in a bathrobe. Yeah, we got that from the Epstein files. We got that, right? And all he did was leave his place, leave his office, and they gave him so many not hundreds, but tens of thousands as a severance pay. But who's the one that fallen on their sword? David Cameron. Why is that?
Did it? I can't remember.
Yeah. Ever since this Mandelson thing about Mandelson being in the Epstein files and sharing information, and that Epstein Cameron may have knew about his association, why he was pushed to be the I think he was the ambassador over in America. It's a big thing, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Why ain't people been arrested over this? We know there are some people that their names have been redacted. Unfortunately, the names that ain't been redacted were like the victims. They managed to get them names out there though, didn't they?
Yeah, I noticed that.
But
that's pretty. Yeah.
We do have people in the files. We do have people that we know, and nothing's. And they were up to something. Even at the very least, Mandelson is guilty of doing some sort of inside trading, because secret information was being passed around, and Epstein was kind of the middleman. The rabbit hole's deep. The rabbit hole's deep, man. There's some stuff that I wish I could say and understand, man, why we're at war right now. Well, we're not at war, but it is affecting all of us And I don't understand. I never understand this. This is what I don't understand, guys. And I know some of you guys are smarter than me, but I can't understand this. Okay, what's going on out in Iran? Yeah, Iran, the oil that Iran ships out. Yeah. Now hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
For the global consumption of oil, it is only 20%. Did you know this, Nick?
No.
Okay. For global consumption, this has always bugged me since the beginning of the war. And I asked my missus says it just does. And to me, I say it's not good enough. But anyways, it's 20% of the oil, global. Most of that oil goes to places like India and China.
Mm-hmm.
We might get 5% of that. That's England. We might. The US is probably the same because it's mainly to China and India, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why is it affecting America, England, rest of the countries? Why is it affecting them so badly?
I never understood that. It just seems is a bit like our energy prices, which is extremely high, and every year they'd be like, "Oh, it's because of this war, we need to put it up by like 50%." It's like, well, hold on, because the weather's hot, we need to put this up. Because the weather's hot, we need to put, you know. It just seems like greed.
Indeed,
in this country.
Indeed,
So.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong here because the maths don't add up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The people that should be fighting this or be more concerned, which I do think they are, is China, because that's who gets most of the oil. Okay.
I never understood the concept.
I'm going to address this one, right? Because I know that regime. I'm not saying anything about their regime or anything. Yeah. Here's the problem I had with this now, right? Now I knew about this. I knew they were getting the bodies up in truckloads and taking them. That's how much people they killed, man. This was in days. You know, Science Evidence Fringe Network is right what you're saying. Yeah, Nick? There was protesters just before, maybe did Trump hold off maybe 2 weeks? But it was a couple of weeks after this happened. That's when Trump went in, yeah. And I thought, you know what? Let me watch the news. Let me see what's going on. So I went over to Al Jazeera's network because if I want to see what's going on, I want to see what Iranians saying. Yeah. So I went over to Al Jazeera's network, and those people were in mourning. Those people were. I thought the way these protesters were carrying on, yeah, that it would almost be a Venezuelan situation where there would be no resistance. The Americans would be like, yeah, the people would be, get the regime out. We'll change. Let's have a change. None of that. They were mourning. They were mourning the loss of their leader at that time. So I don't understand that.
I don't understand it too, mate. It's all a bit.
But I did see the protesters. I did see the protesters. And I did see footage of, because sometimes I do like watching the news, what's going on, and certain hot spots are very interesting for me for other reasons other than war. But I know certain things, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in this geographical location. So when something kind of happens like in Iran, I'm a bit interested. Like, especially when a regime is going to get toppled. Because, you know, I understand Iran in there before this regime came in. You know, the people were free. They were basically free. They could do what they wanted. There were women that were doctors and everything. They could do what they wanted. It was, and then these guys came in and put a strict Islamic caliphate on it. And that's where it lies, you know. But there's other things, and all this ties also, if you guys know the Epstein files, you know, this is there. All this shit's in the Epstein files, man. You know, why is Israel, why, you know, that's, I can't say nothing. Can't say nothing, man. But anyways, better go, because I can't say nothing. And I might drop something that I'm going to have to backpedal on. with a gun to my head. You might hear 2 bullets in my head, man, but it was suicide. That kind of routine. So I got to be careful, but it's all there anyways. It's out there anyways. I'm not telling you nothing that's not there. Look it up yourself. Just type in Donald Trump when he says he ain't. You can go there and put in the search bar Donald Trump. Even though he says he ain't in the Epstein files, you can just do that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
to be honest with you, I stay away from it, mate. To be honest with you, it comes to a point where it sort of bogs you down. I mean, what are you supposed to do about it?
It annoys me. It annoys me. You see, at least justice. It just goes to show you that there's no such things as justice when it comes to the elite. There's none. There's none. There is clear evidence of people being offed. There's clear evidence of proper deviant stuff that, you know, Epstein was charged on a RICO Act. No, sorry, I'm getting that wrong. Let me retract that. No, I'm taking that back. Sorry, I got that wrong. My brain was thinking of someone else. That was Diddy that got RICO charged. All right, so I'm taking it back. But all I'm just trying to say is there's no justice in this world. There's no justice. Because to be honest, I don't even think Epstein died. I think he got away, man. I think he got away. I think he's that rich and that connected. It's 50-50 on him. You know what I mean, Nick? He's a guy that had a lot of secrets on people. So they could have killed him. I'm not going to say no. I'm not one of those guys. No, it didn't happen. He's alive. Yeah, that could have happened. They could have killed him. That's one scenario. Another scenario is he might have had a lot more dirt on people somewhere else. Like, you know, Zorro Ranch, for example. You know what I mean? He might have some more dirt somewhere. We know he ain't got nothing in that apartment because the FBI picked it bone dry. But you know what I mean?
We're not going to hear the truth. We're not going to hear the truth.
That's the shame about it. It's not about the truth. It's not about the truth because I think the truth is there. What I'm saying is justice. Justice. That's what's needed, man. These guys done some far out shit, man. Justice. They may have been even behind Michael Jackson's death. Because with the Epstein files, that's opened up that possibility that he may have been framed all along. He may have been set up because the powers from the record companies were there. It's insane. Never mind, Nick.
Just concentrate on yourself, mate. I know you could do a show on it, but that's not for me.
I should do a show on it. I should bring somebody else who knows a hell of a lot more than me.
Yeah,
because there are people still going through them files, man.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go.
That's it, man. So we had a rant about everything for nothing. So
yeah,
remember, stay away from people that call themselves the kings of UFOs.
Absolutely. There's a lesson learned. There we go. Video coming tomorrow. For me, an overall conclusion. So, Ridden, pleasure. Chat, pleasure.
An overall conclusion. Well, you know what? I'm going to send him a message. This is from Nick. What's his name? Mark Christopher Lee.
Yeah, king of UFOs. Yes.
Here is for you, and suck it, Chris.
If at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed. Yeah.
Yeah, both of you can suck it.
Oh, brilliant.
And on that note, guys, I'm going to bid you adieu. And you guys in England, try and stay cool. Try and stay cool, man. Try and stay cool. And
fan will help. Yes.
Weed helps as well. All right, on that note, man, because it's getting later, and you'll have me talking about the E-files. I'll say, did you know weed was mentioned in there?
Brilliant. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Stay cool.
Good night. And stay
Good night.
blessed. And keep safe, my friends.
Hidden underbelly, deep and wide, chasing saucers in the starry skies. Truth uncovered where the shadows lie. Big up our brother, he's the cosmic guide. All hidden, all hidden. Your light is never forbidden. Hidden, all hidden. The truth you've always given. Whispers of the cosmos in the night, shining answers through your second sight. Investigations that you bring to light, mysteries unfolding your endless fight. All hidden, all hidden. Your light is never forbidden. Hidden, all hidden. The truth you've always given. Saucer trails in cosmic tales, through the static you prevail. Hidden brother on the case, bringing truth to every space.